6. Man Toga, SRS runway, auto thrust is blue. 80 knots, thrust set. 5500. 31. Rotate.
Hello, what is going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Hard to believe the last time we streamed was that long haul. I still had my 747 gear set up here at the office, but we are back. I hope everybody had a wonderful Christmas, happy holiday season. We got New Year's coming up down the line, but boy, oh boy, do I have a treat for you all today. iniBuilds, coming out with the A300. For those that have been around a while may remember iniBuilds completely reshaped the bar for simulation when they, for X-Planes specifically, when they came out of pretty much nowhere and dropped an A300 and X-Plane 11, which took the community by storm. They've continued development, got into the Microsoft Flight Simulator platform, gave us a wonderful free default airliner, the A310, which I've had some fun in, but this one right here, where I think is where the bread and butter is, the A300, it's definitely a little bit more widely used, I think, as far as common use, especially freighter ops. Gotta love the freighter ops in the A300. So that is what we're doing today. Shout out to inibuilds for sending me a copy, pre-release version. I do want to make one little disclaimer. Everything that you see here today, this is a pre-release build of the A300. Everything is subject to change. In fact, there was the most latest change were some sound changes, especially in the cabin, some additional surround sound stuff, which is absolutely awesome. So what you hear, what you see today may not represent the final product, but I can guarantee you one thing. It'll just be that much better when it does release. I don't have any information on a release date. inibuilds is going to be coming throughout the chat. I know there's a bunch of content creators going to be doing live streams today and videos today. So if you do see inibuilds in chat and you want to ask them a question, that's going to be the ticket. I'm permitted to show you the content. Really can't disclose anything else from that. So who just dropped? I just saw a massive gifted sub here. Throttlehold gifting 10 memberships to the channel. Throttlehold, that is too kind. Very much appreciate that. If you picked up a membership from Throttlehold, make sure you say thank you. I had the alert box muted, Throttlehold, but I appreciate the support, my friend. Thank you very much. Merry Christmas, happy holidays right back at you. Guys, there is so much to show you on this airplane that we're doing something a little bit different today. You may notice we're not at a gate. We are actually in the American Airlines maintenance hangar here in Miami International. That means we need to get this airplane off the blocks. We got to get it over to the gate so we can get on our way to Charlotte. So we're not going to be spending too much time just chit-chatting here on the intro. There's 400 plus of you already in the chat. I thank you so much for tuning in. I know you're excited to see this content. So we're going to skip the intros and all the hellos, but I just want to say thank you to each and every single one of you for tuning in today. I think it's going to be real fun. This is going to be a special flight. It's going to be a special flight. It's going to be a lot of fun. VAAL Ops, BKG Blueface, you absolutely can believe it. We're going to be doing some VAAL Ops maybe tonight. So there's going to be there's construction going on at the office facility here where the V1 HQ is located. If it's cleared up by tonight, or they're not doing anything right now, but if they don't show up today, I can guarantee you we'll do a VAAL op tonight as a secondary stream. This week is going to be kind of spotty just depending on what the construction lays out. So that's what we have planned. Smash down the like button if you want to see more A300 content. There's 500 watching. Smash down the like button if you want to see more of this. So before we get into the cockpit now, I can't bring the air stairs over here just yet, but we'll just pretend that we already we're on via the air stairs and we're going to do our things. But let's do a quick little external walk around. So we're kind of simulating. I've done this. I just did this, what, 2 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago, if you remember. I think I talked about it when I had to go pick up a plane from the cargo hangar. So right now, we are getting some APU services going on here. So we'll kind of just do a little a pseudo pre-flight while he's tidying up the APU. Let's come over here, and I want to show y'all something. This model is absolutely fantastic, and you're going to see that. We're going to be looking at it in cruise, absolutely juicy. But some things that we can't look at in cruise are the details of the engines here. And dude, hear that sound, hear the clanking, hear the fan blades clanking. That's so awesome. Let's come over here and take a look here. Looks like this aircraft ingested a bird on the way in last night, so they're doing some maintenance. They did a little boroscope. They're doing some APU maintenance as well. That's why we're over here. But if we look here, we've got the cowlings open. Look at this detail in here. Is this, I don't know if this, is this the FADEC right here? I mean, it almost looks like that's a big FADEC box. Look at this. This is cool. Now, this is not just for show either. There's actual maintenance and tracking, which I'm going to show you here in a little bit as soon as we hop into the cockpit. But yes, the engine cowling is open. Look at the engine cowling latches. This is a big part of the pre-flight. You want to make sure that the engine cowl latches are closed and secured. You've probably seen the images on Google or even on the news, depending on when it happens, of an airplane blowing an engine cowling and passengers freaking out. Oh my gosh, look at our engine blew up. No, not really. It's just someone didn't latch the cowling and somebody didn't catch it on the pre-flight, and then the engine cowling came open during flight, which then subsequently ripped off of the airplane, most likely. I think there's actually a really interesting one. I think it's a Frontier Airbus where the cowlings are blown open in flight. They're going into Denver. But yeah, absolutely fantastic. Look at the detail of the engine here. The fans rotating, got the compressor section in there. Oh my goodness. I can smell this engine right here. Okay, so that's cool. We've got that. Everything else looks good. Oops, I went through that cowling right there. We'll come around here. We got the chocks on. Everything looks good. We've got our ground power. Make sure our nose wheel steering, everything. Look at the detail on this nose wheel gear here. Look at this. The reflection off the landing lights, gotta love it, gotta absolutely love it. One thing we do need to check here as we make our way around the airplane before going up into the cockpit, I want to look at our brake wear indicators. You can see this engine cowling is open here. I think they're just topping off the oil service on this one. Right here is our fuel panel. We'll just take a look at that. You can see what's going on here with the A300 fuel panel. Absolutely awesome. Now, I don't believe these are functional, no, so you can't click on them, but you can fill it up from the from GSX and all that. So our fuel panel is open. We'll have to make sure that's closed up. But real quick here, let's come over to the main gear and take a look. Make sure we have everything good to go here. I kind of skipped the left main. But right here, you can see pretty much how the brake lines come down into the brakes. You can see the grime. Look how dirty that is. Is that a brake? Is that a brake fan? Is that a brake fan right there? I don't know what that is. Jack. I don't know. It just almost looked like some. It's not. Wouldn't be a brake fan, but I don't know what that is. But yeah, that looks absolutely awesome. The detail, no detail spared. You can actually change the tires on this. So you can change the tire, you can change the brakes. Right now, I think everything looks good. I think we need to close it up and get this airplane over to the gate so we can start boarding. So I'm gonna reset the drone cam, but I just wanted to show you guys this because this is just, I love this part. And of course, there's a mechanic up there doing the APU stuff right now. So let's hop, oops, wrong button. Let's hop into the cockpit here. Now, I'll show y'all, we'll come over here, we're over here at Central Base Hangar. We're gonna come back to the aircraft maintenance. So when you select a maintenance, now this is awesome stuff here. You guys know I'm a huge fan of having some type of component wear down, maintenance state, something that brings the airplane to life more so than just the systems itself. Because if you have an airplane that can actually degrade over time, whether it's hydraulics after use, engine use, APU, oil burn off. So you can see here we've got the oils for the engines and the APU, we've got hydraulics. Having something like this, albeit might be, you know, you're not tracking every system on the aircraft, but the main components is a huge factor in what I enjoy when I have an airliner or any airplane on the sim for that matter. It makes that extra connection to the airplane. Hey, I got to take care of this airplane. Let me check this status. Let me check this. It's not fresh and new every single time you get into the aircraft. So that's what I absolutely love. This one of the features that I absolutely love. But we'll go ahead and we'll close up the panels right now. Let me actually see. Can we see the animation? Oh, I did have the camera set. But yeah, they closed up those panels. That's good. We'll go ahead and close the APU cowling. Now you can replace tires, replace brakes. When you click on one of these, it will start a timer up here and it will count down. I believe it's like 8 minutes or something like that. So you can do a real time, well not real time, but an accelerated time where you have to
Friday,
service your
I
aircraft.
sat at LAX looking for an Airbus Captain with a new headset and a foo-foo coffee. Every pilot that walked by I asked, are you V1? I never found him. And the
Mike
security
P.
lockup at LAX is not very comfortable. Happy New Year.
Mike P, appreciate you, my man. Thank you for the $20 bank angle check. Happy New Year to you, man. Mike, I saw your message after like I'd been sitting in the hotel all day. It was a kind of interesting overnight. I'll tell you all about it, maybe on the members only After Dark or a podcast this evening. But Mike, I appreciate the $20 super chat. Very kind of you. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your holiday season here and a happy New Year. Very, very kind. Very, very kind. Yes, iniBuilds had a message here. If you don't want to worry about maintenance, you can turn it off. Now, before we start up and go over, I want to show you what I have set up. So you come to your settings page here. So here's a maintenance mode. You can completely disable it. You can put it on realistic. But if you know me or you know the channel, then you know I've got this sucker in fast and doing some RTOs, trying to break the airplane a little bit. But I have it freshly serviced for the stream. I want everything nice and new now. We got everything good to go. But we're going to end up wearing this airplane down, I think, especially as we do some VAAL ops. But this is the maintenance page here in the EFB. I love it. It's simple, efficient, and works. You have your audio volumes here. Of course, I've got the internal engines all the way juiced up. I like how I can separate internal engines from external engines because as much as I love the sounds of engines, when you have them all the way juiced up and then you go to the outside view and it's just like blows your eardrums out, this helps eliminate that. So we can look more over this when we get to the in-flight portion, but I just wanted to show you that maintenance feature there. So now that that's all done, I'm going to go, let's go ahead and go, we'll put the Navigraph page on, and we're going to do a quick and dirty, get the airplane off the gate here. I shouldn't even say gate, off the blocks. We got our battery coming up, and I tell you what we're going to do. Since we had a nice fresh APU service, we're going to do a battery start on the APU, and we're going to get the APU fired up right away, and then we're going to taxi over to the gate because the aircraft is ready to go. Folly blocks confirmed. Napalm 42, I was wondering what that was. I was like, what are folly blocks? Folly blocks, was this a game? You guys have to show me how to use that up in the cruise. But here we go, we're going to fire up the APU. Alfie Douglas, 35 months. Ooh, listen to that. Merry Christmas, V1. A difficult end of the year on my end, but your streams have made life a little bit easier. Thank you. Alfie Douglas, thank you for the support as a member here on the channel for 35 months. I'm sorry that it's a difficult end to the year for you, my friend, but hopefully we can bring a little bit of joy and a little bit of distraction into your mind for the duration of the day here and have ourselves a good new year. Appreciate the support, Alfie Douglas. Very kind of you. Our APU looks like it's spooled up. It's in the acceleration phase, so we're not even going to go to ground power. So we want to make sure everything comes on bus properly. Matter of fact, what I'm going to do is I'm going to come up here, and I'm going to go ahead and put this APU gen on. We'll wait till we get a proper load. Looks like it's still spooling. There we go. Beautiful. I remember this bird from AA, JFK to Montego Bay. Oh yeah, Andre. Absolutely. We might have to do that flight. Jeremy Harvey, the APU sounds great. Jeremy, you're going to love a lot of the sounds of this airplane. I'm telling you what, man. All right, what we have to do is we're going to align the aircraft here so we don't have to align at the gate. So we're going to do a full alignment here at the gate. Now what I'm going to do here is I'm just going to do what I would do in a real airplane. I'm not going to load a flight plan. I'm just going to do a Miami to Miami here from to. Sometimes you see this in the box, and we're going to go ahead and hit align IRS. We don't need to do any other information, but we're just doing a taxi. Now here's the thing. The reason why you want to align the aircraft before moving it is depending on the airplane that you're in. I don't know if this is similar on this type of IRS system, but if it shuts down in one position and then it starts up in another position, you can have some error messages and you got to clear them, and it's an extended process. So you always want to make sure the INS or the IRS is waking up where it last shut down. So we're going to get them aligned here, and once we get them aligned here, we can just load up at the gate. We don't have to wait for another alignment. So that's good. With the APU on bus, let's go ahead and finish a couple other things here. We don't need the seatbelts or no smoking sign. We'll get our nav lights on. We'll turn on the APU bleed. We'll arm the emergency exit lights, but we want to get the APU bleed on, get some air in here right now. Listen to that. Did you guys hear that sound? Oh. There's a fully loaded up APU in the maintenance hangar. We'll go ahead and get our tank pumps on. We'll get these on for now. That looks good. And what we can do while we wait for the alignment to finish is let's come over here and let's close up the door. So this is kind of cool. I always think it's kind of weird when you do this in real life. Like, you get on the airplane, right, and then maintenance pulls the air stairs away from you. So you're just kind of all by yourself here, like, all right, well, yeah, we're good to go. All right, I'll see you up front. Just let me know when we're good to start them up. Copy that, Captain. So you come back into your cockpit here. We'll close the doors. One of the things I hate doing is closing the doors myself. Closing and arming aircraft doors is just one thing that just... All right, so what we can do, we'll go to, I believe this is ground equipment, and we'll go ahead and close the 1L door that is in transit. We're not going to arm any of the doors. Now, I think because I have auto arming on, it might actually arm the slides, which is fine. Door 1L is closed. We can go ahead and get rid of the ground power unit. We don't need that. We can go ahead and get rid of the chocks. We don't need that. So we're pretty much ready for a pushback. The only thing we need to do now is wait for the alignment. You can see we got 3 minutes up here. While we wait, take a look. I'm going to just go ahead and let you feast your eyes on this overhead. If you have the A310, I think it's even better. I mean, the textures are fantastic. The lighting is fantastic. You can definitely see some little additional wear spots as we go through the overhead. But just absolutely love the texturing. You can see we're on bus here. Make sure, yeah. So everything is properly loaded on the APU gen. I'm going to leave that as is. Galley is shed. That's fine. We don't need any galley power for the repo over to the gate. Everything else looks good here. Look at this cockpit, though. Oh, we'll go ahead and uncage our standby ADI. Jesper Nielsen, the 200 DKK Danish krones, perhaps? Thank you so much for the support. I appreciate you. 1 ticket to the land of virtual aviation. Please. Happy New Year, my friend. Finally nice to catch you on the live stream. Hey, when you're actually live. Jesper, I appreciate that support. That is too kind of you. Really, really appreciate that. I hope you have a wonderful New Year's. And maybe, chat, maybe we can do something special for New Year's. We'll see. Goodness gracious, Q8 Pilot is in the house. Q8 Pilot, 32 months of support. Merry Christmas, Captain. Hope to see you in FS Expo 24. Man, shout out to Q8 Pilot in the chat. Q8, I hope you had a wonderful holiday season, my friend, and a happy new year coming up. Yes, I would love to meet you at FS Expo 24. I don't have it set in stone yet, but I am going to make a pretty strong effort to get to the expo this year. Well, I guess it would be next year technically in Vegas of 24. So I'm really going to try to make it to the expo. Nothing confirmed just yet, but QA Pilot, thank you for the support. Really appreciate you. All right, looks like we're coming to life here. Ali Sammy, 14 months of support. I appreciate you as well. Can't wait for my dream aircraft, the INI A350 and A380. Oh yeah, can you imagine this level of quality on an add-on on an A350? I thought for sure it was going to be an A340. I didn't think, or an A330. For some reason, maybe the Flight Factor 350 left a bad taste in my mouth. So to have someone with a high reputation, high standard drop an A350, that's going to be next level. All right, looks like we are all aligned. That is, we got 1 more minute. We'll wait for the last minute there. Everything else looks good. I guess we can go ahead and, well, I'll wait till call the tug just to make sure. GPS primary loss, that's normal. Don't need our ATS powered up, none of that. I'm not going to any juicy wing views just yet, because we got to save that for our flight up to Charlotte. Next year's going to be an awesome for Flight Sim. Paul, I agree. Next year in the Flight Sim, in Microsoft Flight Simulator specifically, is going to be epic, dude. Absolutely epic. We got 350s, 380s on the roadmap just from INI. We've got 777s coming out. We've got all kinds of other smaller airplanes coming out, Fokkers, all the good stuff. I lost the comment, but someone asked about Xbox liveries. We will be doing livery packs. Okay, so you heard it from the man himself, iniBuilds, or woman himself. You heard it from iniBuilds themselves. We'll be doing livery packs. So if you're wondering about Xbox liveries, livery packs are coming out. I had a look at the liveries that I have on the pre-release version. We've got a lot of freighter liveries and a couple of passengers, so 2 Americans, and I think there was a few other in there. I almost wanted to do a Dubai flight in the Emirates A300. How cool would that be? Maybe we'll do that later this week. All right, everything else looks good. We're aligned. I'm going to go ahead and call for pushback. Pushback to, nope, pushback, aircraft pushback started. Straight back. Here we go. So brakes released. There we go. Brakes released. We're going to push out of the maintenance hangar. Don't mind that tug there. Now, where do we want to stop? If I go to the left, I can get on this line, and then we'll taxi over the gate. Mark, performance seems pretty good. I was doing some initial tests from comparing the A310. It's almost identical to the A310 for me. So, maybe a little bit better. Now, we are in Miami, which is always a hard hit for me, but right now, no issues on frames. But when I did the comparison of the 310 and the 300, just kind of swapping between aircraft, I didn't notice any significant change. It's definitely not any worse. All right, that's good enough. That's a maintenance pushback for you right there. We'll go ahead and stop. Pushback is stopped. Brakes are set. Best part about the stream is you get 2 sets of engine starts because we got a taxi over. So, cockpit to ground. Ground to cockpit, go ahead. All right, you guys are good to engine start. Copy that. We're going to start them up right now. Thanks for the work. We'll see you guys hopefully not till next year. Cool. See you, Captain. All right, let's go ahead and fire them up. APU bleed is on. Let's go crank alpha because it is the 26th. Actually, we'll do start B. We'll do start B. We'll get our beacon on, and let's just go ahead and start it up. Ho, 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 ho. guess we have to introduce fuel at some point. That, chat, I had to lower the sounds. My ears are ringing. So that's the first time I've listened to this startup right at it from just external view. That's amazing. Can we say 10 out of 10, 11 out of 10? That was absolutely fantastic. We didn't do the inside start view because we don't have any passengers yet. But I'm curious now. Let's go ahead and see if I can apply some of my narrow body Airbus knowledge to an airplane that is not a narrow body Airbus. So I'm going to pull up the hydraulic page here. I'm going to attempt a single engine taxi. I probably should have done this prior to. Let's see if we can figure this out here. We're going to figure out how we can pressurize. Well, everything is pressurized on one, right? But if we go electric pump on, now this will turn on the PTU. Now we've got yellow pressurized. Look at that. So now we've pressurized the yellow hydraulic system. We're going to do a single engine taxi over to the gate. We don't have anybody on line, so that's good. So we don't have to call for a ramp clearance here. We did get some donos. Let me get to these real quick before we push over. Raul Rodriguez, $20 super chat, sir. Appreciate you. Thank you for your streams. Outstanding. Happy New Year. Raul Rodriguez, thank you so much, my friend, for your support. Thank you for the $20 super chat. Happy New Year to you as well. Thank you so much, man. Very, very kind. All right, let's go ahead and turn the taxi light on. Brakes released. Now we're relatively right? We get a little bit of juice here. Is she single engine taxi? Let's see here. We're going to find out. Why are my spoilers up? There we go. We're rolling. Fire Brigade's American Maintenance 1. American Maintenance 1, go ahead. Yeah, we're going to be repositioning for the maintenance hangar for the Delta goods. American Maintenance 1, Roger, approved as requested. All right, there you go. See, did our radio checks. I'm very tempted to go to wing view, but I'm not going to wing view yet. We're saving that till we get passengers on board. Pretty easy single engine taxi here, just a little bit of thrust. The N1, 35%, she's rolling good. Let's find ourselves a gate. I tell you what, let's go right over here. I don't have that push-pull installed on GSX yet, so let's go ahead and go out to the right. Find an open gate. JM Aviator, welcome to Commercial Pilot. Glad to have you on board. James Minton, 6 months as a member, V1 in the Philippines for the holidays. James, fantastic, man. Hope you have a wonderful rest of your holiday season. We're on Vatson, but there's no tower online right now, so we're just taxiing over to the gate. We're in an uncontrolled area. Well, technically, I think this is Miami Gate since controls this. Look at that 7-4 over there. Man, I almost went to wing view. I can't go to wing view yet. We're saving that for passengers. Single engine taxiing on number 1, looking good. Now here's the hard part. I got to do a left turn into the gate, so I'm going to swing wide. We're going to swing wide here. What's that? D1 Alpha. That's where he's at. We're going to swing in next to this 7.3 over here since it's basically the same technology. 19. Well, actually, I don't know. When was the 300 designed? After 1930. So we're going to cross the non-movement area into the movement area, so we would have to get a clearance for this. Man, this taxi's really well single engine. I gotta admit, like we're light. I got one engine running, just a little bit of thrust. This is very well done. Some airplanes, I feel like you have to have, 70% thrust to taxi on one engine. All right, so what I'm gonna do here, though, we're gonna juice it up. We'll get some speed going, and I'm gonna try to make a hard left turn. Let's go ahead. Yeah, we're only at 37. Let's go ahead and juice it up here. Give me some juice. Get a ground speed moving. And I think we can make this one. Let's try it.
very Merry Christmas to you and the whole V1 family. All the best for a great 2024 with even more growth of this incredible community.
Mateo Chewy, very kind of you, sir. Thank you for the $10 bank angle check. All the best right back at you, Mateo Chewy. Thank you for being a member for so long and supporting this channel all the way pretty much from the beginning stages. I appreciate the support, Mateo. Hope you have a wonderful New Year's, and I hope you had a wonderful holiday season. All right, we're going to cheat park here. Look at that. I don't mind cheat parking with this livery, because this livery is just fire. We'll stop right there. Oop. Oh, about 6 inches short. All right, let's go ahead and go taxi light off, and I want to see now.
You need to start the engines to request ground services.
All right, so the APU is running. We'll go ahead and turn the PTU off. We'll turn the electric pumps off. Let's go ahead and shut down. Oh, I left the crank mode in crank. This is why you do checklist, chat. This is why you do checklist. That's all right. We're trying something I've never tried before. iniBuild is like, I'm never giving this guy a copy again. Haha. We're spooling down. Ladies and gentlemen, your aircraft has arrived. We'll go ahead and kill the beacon light. And let's see if we can go GSX. Operate jet. Operate. No jetways here? Okay, we'll load by stairs. That's fine. Actually, let me do this. And let's go ahead and request boarding. I think they'll bring stairs up.
Boarding requested.
Boarding is American Airlines. Excellent. Yep, looks like we're going to do the air stairs. We parked at a gate. Oh, I don't know. Is it going to move? Is it going to move the? I don't know. I saw a JetBridge driver show up, but all right. Doors not closed. That's normal. Everything is shut off here. I tell you what. Let's go ahead and kill the bleeds for a little bit. APU bleed is coming off. We'll leave the APU running. All right. Now we can go ahead and do our initialization. Miami approach 2485. I know. I'll get to there in a second. Y'all calm down with your... Calm down. Now, let me just see here. Can I bring... Hey! Alright, so we're going to have stairs. This is me. This is there are pro streamers available elsewhere. Christy Ionscu loves it when I do stairs and a JetBridge at the same time, so that's why I'm doing this. Nope, crew's already on board. We already brought him over here. All right. So they are going to bring... There we go. Look at that. Try to find a good spot between the Miami terminal building here. There's really not. Loads twice as fast. All right. We've got that. Now let's go ahead and see if we can figure out how to load an actual flight plan now. So let's go back here. Let's go menu ACARS, sim brief request, Miami Charlotte, beautiful. Cost index 75. We're going to load you in there. Flight ID, today we're American 357. Passenger boarding has started. We'll go to the next page. We have a clearance from tower. We're on the cleared via Alton 1, duck in transition as filed, altitude 350, squawk 0531. Departure, maintain 5,000 feet. And I need to do that. I'm going to mess with the weights here in a second. I just want to see if they have anything changed on the flight plan. Nope. So we'll go takeoff approach. I'm sorry, we'll go flight plan, Miami, SID. What is the 8 is calling for? I saw one guy landing the other direction, 2 6s. ILS approach 2 6s. Let's see, so we probably depart right out of here. We'll probably depart, what is it, 26 right? Yeah, it would be 26 right. We'll depart 26 right on the Alton 1. 26 right, Alton 1, Deucin, duck in transition. We'll insert that. We'll go back to the index. I keep hitting that button. We'll scroll all the way down, rather. And then we'll click on Charlotte. Anybody know what they're landing in Charlotte right now? We're filed on the Stoker 3. Let's see, it's winter time, probably north flow, right? Let's plan ILS 36 left. We'll do plan for the 36 left ILS on the, not the Chesley, all the way down to the Stoker 3 off the transition checker. Insert you. Flight plan is pretty much done. Secondary flight plan. Look at that. We can do a full-blown secondary, but I'll tell you what we're going to do. We're just going to copy the active. We're not going to do the engine out stuff. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Did I just break it? Rip. Uh-oh. I think I just broke it. I shouldn't have messed with it. Quarter Turn Helson, thank you for the $10 super chat. Thank you for all the great streams. Very kind. I appreciate you. Thank you so much for that support. Migs coming in with 5 gifted memberships. Appreciate you, Migs. Thank you so much. That is very, very kind. Appreciate the support, Migs. Hold on. We have a... I only had one job, and I just broke it. Call maintenance. Dang. What if we do a... what if we shut it off? A WASM crash? Time to go VOR. Gonna have to reload it, unfortunately. No. Why did I click that? I didn't even want to mess with the secondary. Rip. Yeah, I tried shutting it off. I tell you what, let's try that. Let's just go ahead and do the kill you. APU master off. Oh, wait, I don't think it's, I think I'm gonna have to restart
Passengers boarding starting.
That's all right. Oh, I found... Hey, this is what bug testing is for, right? Oh, Chaos says it won't do anything of it. All right, so we'll just reload it. I'll tell you what. Let's do that. Actually, hold on. Real quick. Where is the... Isn't there like a state? Nope. Alright, I broke it. Alright. Let me MEL it and go. Chaos, I totally would if I could get the second one working, but if it's a WASM crash, then we gotta reset it. So, let me tell you, I'll tell you what. I'm going to throw up the... I'm just gonna reload it here real quick. Let's cancel all this. Let's go ahead and just boom, boom. We'll load it right back up. Quick reload. We'll be fine. Nothing to see here. 40-hour pilot? Yeah. Oh, look at that 7.4. Is that telling me something? Man, everything was going so perfect there. Jeff L., appreciate you. Thank you for the $5 bank angle check. Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas right back at you, Jeff. Hope you had a wonderful Christmas, and thank you for tuning in today. I don't always crash the airplane, or crash the sim, rather. I guess it wasn't a CTD, but I don't always have to restart my flights. I just like to do it when there's about 700 people watching because it's more fun that way. It's more exciting. I'll change my position to gate, Team Vodka. I know, of course. What, you think I'm new at this? Tyler Smith, thank you for the support, man. Good afternoon, V1. Hope you had a great holidays. Yes, Tyler Smith, it's been great, man. It's been absolutely wonderful. Same to you. Same to you. All right, we'll just load it right back up right where we were. Let's go. Let's take that 7.3's gate, though. We'll take that 103. Boom. Just like that. Nothing to see here. Getting another plane in the gate, very immersive. Joined late, but I guess I get my own restart. Harris, you sure did. At least you get 2 engine restarts, though. You get 2 engine restarts. We got to start it up. We'll see, though. It's crushing the... Ooh, we had a 7.4 splash screen, and now we have a TBM. Microsoft knows things. Typical maintenance working on the APU, and they break the McDo. That's exactly what happens. That's exactly what happens. All right, look at that. Loads quick, though. See? Nothing to see here. Nothing to see here. Oh, of course. Now SimBrief is going to... Let me do a SimBrief reload. And that should be reloaded. Boom.
Refueling truck is on its way.
Oh, did I just do refueling?
Boarding requested.
Rip. All right, here we go. Real quick, we'll go right back to where we started. 1, 2, and 3. And I'll tell you what, we'll go right into external power. Align, align, align. Look at that. Nothing changed. Nothing changed at all. Let me import from here. Absolutely beautiful. Let me go back to weight and balance. We'll update from SimBrief.
Fuel truck
Absolutely
is in
beautiful.
position.
And we'll go to block fuel 45. That seems low. But we'll do it. I'll verify that. More
Do you
cockpit
want
flow
to board crew?
practice. Nope, crew's already on board. All right. IRS in the line. We'll go back to menu, and hey, look at that. See? We need an INI to GSX. Root uplink, cost index, since we had a little restart there, let's do cost index 85. American, what do I want to say, American 11. American 357. Line IRS, that's doing its thing. Flight plan, Miami, SID 26.
Passengers boarding
Right
starting.
on the, what was it, chat? Let me reconnect to that soon. Alton 1, right off the top there. Alton 1, duck in, insert. Scroll down to Charlotte. We're on the 36 left ILS landing north, and we're going to take the Stoker. Checker. So I did that on purpose so you guys could see the bug there. I did that on purpose. So we won't mess with the secondary flight plan page. We'll go back to init. We'll go back to the init B page. We're going to let this finish. We're going to let it do its thing from GSX. Evan, oh, I spawned in on top of you? My bad, dude. I thought you were I thought it was a static 7.3, Evan. I'm sorry, dude. I just won't look outside until you push back. Sorry, Evan. All right, we are back at it, though. Let's uncage our CDI. Let's get serious now. We're getting serious now. CDI, ADI. Uncage that. Magic barrel ref key. Let's go do another flow on the cockpit overhead here. We'll get our seatbelt sign on. No smoking goes into auto. Nav light into position 1. Galley power. We need to be making some coffee right now, so that looks good. If I look up here, we could see that we are on external power. Perfect. It's powering the airplane. We'll go heading STS mode. 3 minutes till align, and that looks good. Cockpit doors in the unlock position. That's fine. Let me come down here. Are we done fueling? Looks like we have more than normal. So 8. There's no fuel truck out there. We're just loading. So yeah, we're done fueling. So let's go ahead and load up these here like so. Boom, boom, boom. We'll leave the probe heats off, and we'll fire up the APU. Master switch. Hey, you get 2 APU starts in one day. 2 APU starts in one day. That's not bad. Bosco gifting 5 memberships. Appreciate you, Bosco. Thank you for the support. Hope you enjoyed the stream, man. Now that we had that hiccup, we're back at it. It ain't a proper V1 stream without someone being cut off. Fractality, you know it, man. You know it. How will the fidelity be on the inibuilds? Real cowgirl. It's fantastic. We started from the maintenance hangar. We did our APU oil service. We boroscoped the engine to make sure everything was good after the crew last night had a bird strike. We pushed back out of the maintenance hangar. We started up, single engine taxied over to the gate, broke the McDo. Maintenance had to come back out, replace the McDo. We got the McDo up and running, and now we're continuing our boarding process. So fidelity is pretty good. Wingnut, you're going to like the flaps, man. You're going to like the flaps. Yeah, bare metal livery, though, too. This is the only, I don't know, whenever I see this livery, bare metal, I feel like it belongs either in JFK or Miami. I mean, you could throw it in DFW too, but I don't know, for some reason for me, I think A300, I think Miami ops. Miami JFK, Miami going southbound. For everybody that's been in the Miami airport, there's a smell. There's a smell to the Miami International Airport. It's a combination of South Florida, humidity, and just basically a retirement home state. Like, there's just a lot of people go there to retire, right, in their elder years. Combine all those things, it creates the smell of South Florida. That's what Miami International Airport smells like. And when I smell that smell, I feel like I should be on an A300. So it kind of all comes together. We got bare metal, A300 in Miami.
Passengers boarding started.
Also belongs in O'Hare. Colin, yeah, you could throw it up in O'Hare as well. I mean, any American base, you could throw the A300 in. But for me personally, for some reason, I feel like I just want to be in bare metal, Miami, 757, and A300, man. Bare metal on the A300 MD-11 just hits different. I agree. Look at that little reflection there coming off them. All right, since it is going to be getting hot, let's go APU bleed on. We'll arm the emergency exit lights. Listen to the pack sounds. Absolutely love it. All right, our flight plan is pretty much in the box. We're set here on the init page. Let's go over here and do some takeoff performance. We're going to go ahead and sync this 27.5. That looks good. We'll calculate. We're doing a 15-15 take. Force Toga. Do we force Toga, chat? Oh, we only have 300 likes. I don't think we're going to Toga. We need at minimum 500 likes. We almost have 700 people here. If we hit 500 likes, we're going to do a Toga. But less than 500 likes on an A300 stream, unacceptable. So we'll calculate with Force Toga, but we may end up flexing. So it's up to you, chat. It's up to you. Our speed's 59, 59, 63, so we'll set that up in the ATS when we can, but what we can do here is we can do 159, 159. 159, 159 is set. Thrust reduction 1500 feet. That's pretty much standard. So that looks good. Still finishing. Oh, looks like the alignment just finished as I said that. So we'll come up here. We'll get our pitch channel, yaw damper, ATS on. APU bleed is on. Window heats, probe heats, those can stay off for right now. Field elevation is going to be pretty much we'll add, we'll do it right there. Set for takeoff. We're doing that. Looks good. We can clear out this little ECAM. We'll come down here. We'll clear this puppy out. Let's throw our ACARS squawk code in there of 0531. So let's come down here. 0531. We'll put it in XPDR mode 122.8. We're on COM 1. We got our mics on. Everything looks good. All right, that is set. Migs, happy holidays. Right back at you, Migs. Appreciate the support. Appreciate those gifted memberships earlier as well, Migs. Very kind of you. Glad you're enjoying the content. Hope you have a wonderful rest of your holiday season. All right. What did I say was V2? 163. So we'll go 163 up here. 163 is set. Initial altitude 5,000 per ATC. Roughly runway heading, we're going to be RNAV off the ground, but we're going to put 260 right here, 260. We'll do nav, profile, vertical speed, profile climb, profile, nav is blue, magic barrel ref key is set. All right, we're looking good, chat. We're ahead of the game now. We're caught back up. We are caught back up and ready to go. Is this plane available on Xbox? I believe it will be coming to Xbox as well, and they mentioned about doing livery packages for Xbox users. I like this scenery. Contact 30.5 for pushback. We obviously don't need to do that. We're going to contact that sim, but we'll also finish the weight and balance. Now, I don't know if I have to do... When it's all done, I'm going to hit apply load to aircraft just to make sure everything is correct. But what we can also do here, let's pull up our charts. And let's pull up the departure on the Alton 1. Now, my one critique, or I guess one of my critiques here, I'm going to say, is they don't have the page numbers on Jeppesen. So, like for instance, this is not a 10.9 page, but what is this? Where, of course, when I look for it, I pull up a chart that doesn't have the title. This is like a. Here we go. So this is a 10.3. You see this 10.3? I wish there was a way to filter these via the number. So real life, I never look at, well, I look at the Alton one. So departures obviously is different. But like, for example, if I go to the reference page here, all I'm looking for is the 10.9, or if I go to the airport page, and I can't find 10.9, you have to know, okay, airport info. I wish there was a way that this could say 10-9 on it, because that's how I find charts, and that's how you verify charts on the briefing yoke. I'm on chart 10- or 11-1, effective 5 April 2023. You know, you look at the number, not necessarily the name. So I wish you could have that there. I don't know if that's something that can be implemented later on, but you just kind of have to, if you don't know exactly which one you're looking for, by numbers, you can just look at the names. It's not a deal breaker, but just one thing I noticed. All right, so here we are. It's going to be a quick 26 left or 26 right. It'd actually be 26 left for departure, so we're going to change that in the box. Let's go back to our SID, though, on the Alton 1 RNAV. Charts numbers will be coming. Excellent, excellent. Alton 1 RNAV, if what? Unable to advise ATC? It says accelerate to 250. Oh, that'll be very easy to do. Top altitude 5,000. We already have that set. Looks like we will be RNAV off the ground, so the only thing we need to change is 26 left in the box. I think I put... What did I put in here? Flight plan. I put 26 right, so we need to change that. Miami, 26 left for departure. That's the only thing I need to change. 26 left, Alton 1. Deucin transition, insert, nav accuracy upgraded, GPS primary, we are good to go. Takeoff approach, 59, 59, 63, our speeds are set, chat. 227 of 256. May I introduce you your first engine view from the wing. Oh, wrong one. Look at that. Absolutely love it. We kind of saw the engines from the external. Now, I have my camera set outside. We'll do cabin tour. But the windows, I will say this, the windows are fantastic. Just makes it kind of harder to see the juice. But like you can see, you can sneak in here. Oh, yes. Look at that. Scratched up old dirty windows. And then Wingnut's favorite shot here. Flaps. And the flap sounds, as always, 310, 300. Awesome. We'll make sure we take a good listen to those after we push back and start. You can see the flapper on here hanging down, no hydraulic pressure. But Excellent. Key 6, 28 months of support. Appreciate you. Are we the 300 or did I enter the wrong year in the flex capacitor? We are in the A300. Yes, we are. You entered the flex capacitor, and we are in the A300. Key 6, hope you had a wonderful Christmas, man. Happy New Year, and hope you enjoy the flight. A300 coming at you. Oh, look at that 7.3 taking off. This is real life. Is that the 7.3? Yeah, that's that 7.3 we spawned in on. Absolutely love it. All right, GSX boarding is complete. So I'm going to come over here, and this is how I've pretty much set my iPad. I'm going to leave the before start checklist on this page here. Cockpit prep complete, fuel quantity. Let's go ahead and verify that. So if I've updated from SimBrief, I'm going to apply load to aircraft. There we go. Make sure everything is kosher. Fuel is finishing in 54 seconds. Okay, so block fuel, they are changing that. Once that is done in 40 seconds, I'm going to double check our weights in the McDo, and then we're going to do the checklist and push back and get out of here. Hit the Dougal's pleading for the like button. He wants a Toga takeoff. If we hit the 500 like marks, we are doing Toga takeoff. No derate. I think we're going to be around 103% N1 if we can hit that Toga. So make sure if you haven't already, you want to hear these puppies screaming. Right there. If you want to hear these puppies screaming at Toga, make sure you hit the like button. Pac-Man056. 5 gifted memberships. Pac-Man, appreciate the support. That is very kind of you. If you picked up a membership from Pac-Man, make sure you say thank you. Very generous of him, gifting in the holiday spirit. And I know I've been busy here had a little hiccup there with the restart of the airplane and all that. So if I missed a donation or a super chat, I do apologize. Thank you all for the support. Thank you for being here with me today on this lovely Tuesday afternoon out of Miami, Florida. Ooh, is that 7.4 pushing? Chat, 7.4 is pushing back. If you haven't hit the like button already, because maybe you don't like Airbus, but you're a Boeing fan, hit the like button for that 744 pushing back right there. Fantastic. Oh, we hit it? All right, Dougal. It's coming at you then. 103% N1 coming at you. All right, let me make sure we are done. Yep, that is all done. So I'm going to come down here. We'll go to the init page. We're going to do this. Block fuel, 0 fuel weight, auto sync. Those match. 2.8 alternate, route reserve fuel. 0 fuel weight CG of 30.8. That looks good. That looks good. So I'm going to leave it on the takeoff approach. I'm going to flip the beacon light on. We're going to prepare for pushback and departure. So while we're doing that, we are going to run a checklist. So I come back here to my aircraft, hit my flight. Cockpit prep complete. Fuel quantity is checked. Takeoff data set. Landing elevation is set. Altimeters are set. Brake anti-skid normal on. Windows, doors, they are closed. We'll verify they armed here in a second. Beacon is on. Parking brake is on. So you can come over here. Now you can do an auto arm, which I have it set to. But if it doesn't, you can always arm them down here. She's waving the pin at me down there. Hello? Yep, you go ahead and insert the pin. I don't know why I'm having this issue with GSX, like the audio kind of goes away. I don't know what's up with that. We can go ahead and disconnect before we pull it. Let's go ahead and disconnect from external power. Let's shed the galley power for start. Let's get the window heats on. We don't need to do probe heats after start. We'll shed the galley power for now so we can get rid of the GPU. We can get rid of the jetway. And now I don't really need this chart anymore. We'll go back to my flight, leave it at checklist. There goes the jet bridge, Miami International Airport. We're ready to go. Let's see, Atlanta, Miami approach. Miami ground is on 21.8. We need to go nose right, tail left. No, I can't transfer the comms. There we go, 121.8. What gate are we at? Delta 8, close enough, or Delta 10. And what ATIS do we have? Miami ATIS information, whiskey. Miami ground, American 357 at Delta 8. Request push and start.
American 375 again, pushing up over 3 face east.
Push and start approved, facing east, American 357. Facing east, hopefully that's where we're going to go. We're in the push. Don't shed the galley power, they're in the middle of recycling poo water coffee. Did I say nose left? I meant nose right. I meant nose right. Dang it. We'll just have to taxi around. RIP. And ground for American 357. We told them facing east, but I guess east for them is west. We're pushing the west nose.
No problem. I can just spin you on to Mike. No problem.
All right, thanks. Sorry about that.
No worries.
I had no lie. I told a ground crew, all right, brakes are set. I told a ground crew to push us one way the other day, and they just 180 the other direction. All right. We are disconnected from VATSIM, or not VATSIM, from the push tug. Unlocking gear. They're going to do their thing. Migs, another $7 super chat. 500 likes, Captain. I guess I will be right back. Rips open coffee sack in the gallon. Migs, appreciate the support, man. Very kind of you. With the support and the gifted memberships today, Migs, absolutely fantastic. Hope you have a wonderful rest of your evening. All right. The time we have all been waiting for. We did an engine start from external. I kind of want to do another.
1623, ready.
I kind of want to do another external engine start. What do y'all say? You want to do another external engine air start or external start instead of inside view? I was going to do engine inside view. Maybe we'll do inside view on the next one. We use the B starters when we reposition, so we'll go to the A start. And what the hell? Let's do it from outside because it's just too awesome. Watch your ears. Tug toe and a salute. Right there, I'm going to flip the switch and go right back to outside. That is awesome. That light off sound is just absolutely insane. All right, I'm going to turn the sounds back up. I had to turn them down too because it's just too loud. Let's start 2 from inside. So we'll do start 2. Start a valve open. I don't know where here. Maybe here. Oops. And oh. There's realism for you. You can't quite see in. ANP Flies. Thank you for the $5 super chat. I'm going to miss the Togo. I'm a line mechanic for a major U.S. carrier, and I got to go to work. Take care. I'll have to watch it later. Hey, ANP Flies, appreciate the support. If it's in the air, maintenance, put it there. Appreciate the support. Hope you catch it on replay, my friend. Thank you for the super chat. Alright, we got 2 good starts, it would appear. Yep, so we'll go ahead and go ignition, start switch off. We'll go galley on. We'll get these on here. We'll turn the APU bleed off. We'll go ahead and turn off the APU master switch. Let me just make sure should have done that first. That looks good. Everything is powered. Just go ahead and leave that over there. And that looks good. So I'm going to leave it at 12 o'clock because that's my narrow body 12 with dark thing. Everything else looks good up on the overhead. Beautiful. We're doing a 15 takeoff, so we'll extend flaps from the wing view. Let me go ahead and make sure sounds are set for that. So external engine down, internal engines, manipulators, ambient system. I don't know what flap sounds will be under. We'll just leave it at about halfway. Let's go ahead and extend 15 on the flaps. Love it. Love this wing. I absolutely love the textures on this. Similar to the 310, but I feel like, I don't know, I feel like there's just more meat. Like it's thicker. I don't know, does that make sense? I don't know, maybe it's just the placebo effect on my eyes, but I feel like it just looks, maybe it's the length. Is the wings longer? No, the wings aren't longer on the 310. I don't know. That, though, right there with the window, that is awesome. That is absolutely awesome. Do a flight control check. See how slow the spoilers roll up. Love it. Flapper on. Beautiful. All right, that is set. We'll go auto brakes max. We'll go ahead and arm the speed brake. That is armed. And we're ready to taxi with information. What did I say it was? Whiskey. Record the inaugural. Oh, yes. Whoever said that, Ben G. We're going to record the takeoff. It's your job, chat, to remind me to replay the takeoff after the conclusion of the stream. But we're going to record the takeoff. Miami ground, American 357, ready taxi, information whiskey.
American 357, heavy runway 26 left taxi, 5 November 11, Mike, altimeter 298.
November 11, Mike, 260. What was the runway for American 357?
American 357, 26 left.
26 left, November 11, Mike, American 357. All right, cool.
And Miami ground.
Double checking the magic arrow ref. We don't do the DH -5 thing on here, right? I don't think we do that anymore. Let's go. Brakes release. Taxi light is on. I guess I could have put strobe and auto. November 11 and Mike. So we're going out and back around. Airport 10-9, which should be right here. Just verify where we're going first. Yeah, we're going to go right here, November 11, Mike, 26 left. Beautiful. Back to my flight, which has my checklist ready to go. After start, pitch trim is basically 30%. 0.1 up is set. Rudder trim 0. Spoilers arms, slats fat 15-15. ECAM set, check, and highest off. Hand signal is received. So that leaves us at the before takeoff checklist. Let's go. Brake check, pressure 0.
Ground center flight 3442, we're on Pushback, going to Foxtrot 7.
Oh. You do have to do the DH -5? Alright, thank you. DH -5 is set. For some reason I was thinking that was a 310 thing. Alright, and it does have the native tiller support, so those of you that have the tiller, we're rocking the tiller. I know you can't see it right now, but it is it works good. Disconnects from the rudder. November 11, Mike. So 2 right turns, double back.
Just give way to the heavy A300. Jordan, Mike.
Roger, we'll give way to the heavy for American 1623.
Hello, ground, Lufthansa 515 Tango, ready for taxi.
Gotta love the 180 turn on the ground frame chop.
Lufthansa 5, Alpha Tango Heavy, Miami Guard, 26 left, taxi on November 13, Mike, hold short of...
So we are pretty light, and we're still...
November
it's
13,
very good, because I don't have to add a lot of thrust to taxi, so... I think a lot of planes or a lot of sim planes get this wrong, where like you either have to add a bunch of thrust to taxi, or you have none at all. I don't know if that's a Microsoft ground friction issue. But right now, idle thrust, we're rolling nicely here, doing about 10 knots. Perfect. Just idle and rolling, idle and rolling. It's to stop the rad out crying on departure, as it doesn't have rad out calibrated for aircraft height. Over to 2485, thanks for the HC, American 357 Heavy. We'll contact them short of the runway here. Okay, very cool, iniBuild. So that's what it is. It's for the non-calibrated radio altimeter. All right, so DH-5, that limits the nuisance warnings, essentially. All right, we'll go ahead and stop here. We'll switch frequencies, and then we'll run through our checklist real quick. So I'm going to go ahead and hit the brakes. Brakes are set. I have it bound. Taxi light is off. Oops, wrong way. Wrong way. God, someone make a light panel, please. Idle roll might change a tad? Okay. So they might even change that. I don't know what's realistic. I'm just assuming that, at this weight, we'd probably be pretty easy to roll. All right, 2485 is what we need. 2485.
American 1623, contact my departure was.
Get that out of the way.
24.85
Oh, that's annoying as hell. All right, we're going to just leave it on this radio and use this frequency. That's pretty interesting. All right, before takeoff, flight controls check, flight instruments check, briefings confirmed, V1, VR, V2 flex temp is set, flaps, 1515, takeoff config, we'll check it, normal for takeoff. Transponder, TARA, TCAS, auto brake, and ignition. So, we're going TARA right here, TARA, no anti-ice is required, ignition is as required, profile climb, nav is blue, 1515.
2807, remain 26 left,
Let's get out of here. Oh yeah, I forgot to do this. Takeoff config normal. And Miami departure, American 357 Heavy, hold short 26 left, ready for departure.
American 357, departure. Can you do an immediate departure?
I'm sorry, say again?
Actually, you don't want, never mind. Just hold short 26 left, traffic, short fine.
Hold short 26 left, American 357. Oh, he asked me for an immediate. Nope, we're going to go ahead and hold here. We got traffic short final. Is that a
195
frames? Same as my 310. Same as my 310.
Over the dark side.
Not super heavy. Not the most, not the least heavy. I'd probably put it there with the right around the Phoenix. Maybe a little better than the Phoenix.
Wind 3154 at roads clear. ILS from 26 left approach.
At roads split ILS 26 left, spirit range 3154.
Oh, look at that 7.4. Something about 7.4s, man. Look at that. Let's go with realism view. That's pretty cool. Had a jet pass min-fuel waiting for you.
Miami approach, hello, FedEx 1015 Heavy is short of runway 27 at Quebec 10, ready for departure.
Clipper 195, see you in Charlotte.
Line up and wait.
Line up and wait, 27 FedEx 1015 Heavy, thanks.
Oh, here's our traffic on final. What is that? Oh, that's an old school. Look at that, an American livery. Is that the T-Way livery? Yeah. Oh, that's cool.
FedEx 1015, RF to Crocs, runway 27 left takeoff.
Run off to Crocs, catch takeoff 27 FedEx 1015,
Missed his landing.
Upper Tango Lima Bravo Charlie, your own frequency.
310 on my PC is 19 FPS. Phoenix is 55. Wow, that's crazy.
357, runway 26 left, line up and wait.
26 left on a way to American 357. I don't have that issue at all, man. I think when I was checking it earlier, I was getting like 37 FPS at the gate, and then I flipped into the 300, and it was basically the same. One thing I did notice, and with the 310, when I start engines, I think I lose a few frames. This one, I didn't notice that. Well, let's go ahead and light it up. Oh, that stays on nav one. What am I doing? Oh, man. Nothing like lining up onto the runway without looking where you're going.
American 2039, contact ground 121.8.
Yeah, wingnut, I agree, man. I knew it was the second I looked into the wing view, I was like, oh, wingnut's gonna like these flaps. I mean, it doesn't get more classic than that. A300 and bare metal on 2.6 left in Miami. That is awesome. Let's see if we can line it up here like a professional. So I'm going to look into that frame gen mod. I know everyone's been talking about it. But I didn't want to have two new things at once here. I knew the sim's been running stable, so I want to run the A300 first, and then maybe I'll check out the frame gen mod.
1431.
All right, 2.6 left. Look at that, the traffic departing off the South Complex. Where do we want the view? I think we want it right here, because Miami will be off the back left. That's where we want the view. All right, are we doing... Oh, yeah, recording is on. Thank you so much. Recording is on. Are we doing Toga from outside or inside, chat? Toga from outside or inside? Ring nut's on. Yep, I got a wing nut. Recording is ready to go. Outside for sure. Inside, outside, inside.
FedEx 15 heavy, where to contact the altitude.
It's in a lot of insides. Oh, do go once outside.
900 feet, FedEx 1015.
FedEx 1015 heavy, climb maintain 169.
Okay, well, I should have just done it.
FedEx 1015.
I tell you what, we'll do 50.
American 357 heavy, RNF to Crocs, runway 26 left, and takeoff.
RNF Crocs, 26 left, clear for takeoff, American 57.
American 1623, runway 26
Crocs,
left,
confirmed. All right, Yoga's in chat. Spool them up 50 from the outside. Here we go. Yoga. Gosh, it's too loud for my ears. We never armed the auto thrust. What's up with that? What? There we go. Thrust, SRS heading, nav through 100 knots. Ooh, a little bump in the runway there. V1, rotate. Positive rate, gear up, fly with. That is awesome. We need to fly the departure. Oh my gosh. There's acceleration altitude. Wow, so 1515. Look at the performance. Oh my gosh. We're already doing 250 knots.
Runway 3154, wind 280 at 7, runway 26 left to the land, traffic holding in position.
We're gonna have to put the autopilot on. We gotta listen to these.
357 heavy, where to contact the altitude.
3,000, climb at 5, American 357.
American 357 heavy, climb maintain 16,000.
Climb and maintain 16,000, American 357 heavy. Alright, hold on. We're gonna go autopilot 1. Guys, it hand flies amazingly just like the 310. Well, 16 is set. We need to check this out here.
Where to...
So we're speed, profile climb, nav. Oh, we need to level change it. Level change, 16.
American 1623, RNF to Crocs, runway 26 left, takeoff traffic, 3 mile line.
Park cover takeoff RNF Crocs, American 1623.
I mean... epic. Let's just enjoy this. I like this view right here, seeing the engine and that wing flex. Look at the roll spoilers. This is just, oh, I gotta stop the recording and save. Thank you. Miami takeoff 300 is saved. XP's in the chat. XP, good to see you, man. I'm just at a loss of words. We're just gonna watch the airplane fly right now because this is just too awesome. Roll spoilers coming up as we're looking at that wing flex, that subtle wing flex. Oh, that is perfect. I don't know what y'all did to the wings, but I feel like the wings are better than the 300.
1609 JC departure.
I'm going to turn the, internal sounds down a little bit here. Let me go back to settings. Let's do system and ambient down a little bit, or maybe environment. Pretty loud wind noise.
When it contacts the altitude.
2,100 for American 1623.
I'll just turn the sim down a little bit in general.
Climb maintain 16,000.
166,000 American 1623.
XP, I hope you had a wonderful Christmas, my man. Hope you had a wonderful Christmas, and I hope you have a happy New Year. Good to see you, dude.
15 heavy, but it's never terminated because you changed for.
Oh, look at that.
Thanks, 10-15 heavy. Yep.
I feel like hearing the wind inside the plane is a bug. It's definitely different than the last release or last beta version we had. Remember, everything you hear and see is also subject to change. I would say the wind noise seems a little bit. So before, the version I had prior to this, it was really quiet. This seems a little bit louder than normal.
Second request.
It's getting blocked out.
Yeah, it's a little garble. I can't understand how you're saying.
Oh my gosh. All right, we need to actually.
357 heavy, UNS services terminated. Frequency change for you.
Over to Unicom. Thanks for the ATC American 357 Heavy. So.
American 1750.
All right, we can get back to it, Chad. I went 100% fanboy there on takeoff. I didn't really say anything, and I was just like, engines, sounds. Apologize for that. Again, pro streamers available elsewhere. We're out of 10,000 feet. We're cleaned up. We've got no more ATC, so let's go ahead and set our top altitude. What did I say it was? We filed 35, so let's go ahead and dial in 350, and now we can get back and actually focus on the airplane. We'll do a full-blown cabin tour as well once we get up to cruise. But yeah, that takeoff. So like, as it's spooling up, you get that. You hear like the high pitch, and then there's a moment at where it just changes over and goes into full beast mode, and you get the growl. Just absolutely awesome. And I went back inside at 1,500 feet. We were basically doing 200, I don't know how, but we were over 210 knots. Like, we were at flap speed. We were at, before the engines even reduced the climb thrust, we were already pretty much at our flap limit. So a light A300 at 103% N1, I mean, she's ripping. So that's why you normally do flex. You don't need that. But XP72, I don't even know what I said. I know you joined the chat there at takeoff, but man, good to see you here. I know XP is going to be doing some freight. I think actually, XP, I think I recall you doing a stream in X-Plane back in the day in an A300. It didn't end up on the pavement. Maybe it was a 76. I can't remember. But good to see you nevertheless, XP. Hope you had a wonderful Christmas. But yeah, the buzzsaw is epic, man. Buzzsaw is epic. Do you have an XP use the same replay tool? Could you use the replay file and email on a long haul, load up during cruise, and continue as collab? Scotty 2, I'm not sure. I don't know what XP uses, but I use Flight Recorder. So all I know is I use Flight Recorder. It's off the Flight Sim TO. It's the free one. I think it's the best replay tool that we have because you can record and continue on your flight. So you don't have to just, if you do maybe 2 legs even, maybe you don't want to record the takeoff, but you want to see 2 landings, you can save the landing and just continue. And then when you're done flying, you can load up both replays. So that's the one I use. I absolutely love it. Oh my gosh. Look at that. Fort Lauderdale. We're flying over XP's home down there somewhere. He's in South Florida. How iconic, though. Bare metal, South Florida. Gotta love it. I love this livery. I really love this livery. Well, yeah, Team Vodka, I haven't updated it in 2 years, but why would I update something that's working perfectly normal? You know? All right, one other thing I shouldn't point out. So this is an option in the EFB. So this, I have it set to what I believe is realistic for drawing on the ND. So I believe in the real aircraft, it did not draw curved paths here, but there's an option in the EFB where you can turn curved paths on. So instead of having like right angles, now I'll double check the setting here in a little bit once we get up to our cruise altitude. But if you see like right angles here on my ND, that is by design right now. So we'll go ahead and DH is off. 22.4, we're doing 2,000 feet a minute. We're still doing 250 because we're in level change. Let's go profile climb. Profile thrust, profile climb. We're going to go ahead and accelerate the airplane now. You'll see the nose come down a little bit. AOA is going to change and we'll accelerate. It drew curves under very specific scenarios such as holds. Okay, there we go. So inibuilds in the chat. So it drew curves under specific. So then inibuilds, should I have that setting on or off then? What is the, I guess what would you say is the most, oh, here it is right here. Curved ND tracks. A300 didn't have the ability to draw curves on the flight plan. However, for convenience, we give you the option to enable this. This plane will still fly curves, but this option allows you to change what is displayed. Okay, so if you're flying, you know, the narrow body Airbus, the Phoenix or anything like that, the curved tracks are what you're most accustomed to seeing. You would just turn this setting on here. So if I throw a hold in there right now, maybe it'll still show the curves, even though I have curved ND tracks off. Here's a couple other things. Real door arming, autopilot disconnect, IDC. Ooh. Coming soon. We'll look more at that here once we get up to our cruise altitude. What I do need to do, we go ahead and turn down the external engines. There we go. We're going to enjoy the climb out here for a minute. And then we'll go back. There we go. Curved ND tracks off is the most accurate. All that option does is show everything as a curve. With it off, it still draw curves when the real one. Okay, cool. So there you go. That's kind of what I was trying to get at. If you want the most realistic depiction of the ND, you want it in the off position. Yeah, Jeremy, I'll go back to the IDC description. Don't worry. I'm going to save that for the cruise. We're going to go all through the EFB when we get to cruise. Zachary, thank you for the 4 months of support. Appreciate you, man. Private pilot here on the channel. Good afternoon, V1. Loving the A300. Happy holidays. Happy holidays right back at you. I love the A300 indeed. I love it. Absolutely love it. A300 long haul podcast? Maybe. How long does it take to go from Miami to... Well, we can't go to Toncontin because we're saving that route for the 7.5 bare metal. So where could we go from Miami southbound? We'll have to look at VAL ops. So this airplane, this says, we'll get into the VAL stuff maybe later tonight. Who knows? We might double up because I'm just so fired up about this airplane. I love it. We'll have to see some old routes. VAL has them all loaded in there. We'll take a look. What's the range on this beauty? Lazaros, it's what? It's shorter than the 310, Lazaros. It's shorter than the 310, I know that. But a default range, I'm drawing a blank. It says it on the menu when you pick the airplane. I'm sure inibuilds will have a chance shot at Cancun. Well, Team Vodka, that's where I was going to go on this stream. I was going to go down to Cancun, you know, avoid all the weather, but right now apparently everybody wants to go see low vis ops in Charlotte. So I think it might be a good opportunity to test the instrument landing capabilities of this airplane. The last I looked, Charlotte was pretty low. I think it had half-mile vis, but I think it's come up since then. I think the rain's kind of letting up. A300 for Pan Am ops. Jeremy, so yes, they did have 300s. We did the 310. We did the 310 Pan Am, didn't we? Didn't we do the Pan Am flight on that? Yeah, we'll have to do that as well. I love flying. Big Sierra, I love flying into Cancun. I really do. I don't know why. It's not, there's nothing tricky about it. It's not a challenging approach by any means, but there's something about Cancun that is just a nice, oh, see, it's really quiet in here now, but then it's loud back here. Interesting. There's just something about Cancun that I really enjoy. Dougal McTavish with the 10-pound super chat. Dougal, appreciate you, man. Dougal's been here since the very beginning. We need a V1 XP72 collab. Hey, I would love to do it. XP just never wants to collab with me, man. Just kidding. Dougal, thank you for the 10-pound dono. I hope you had a wonderful holiday season, and appreciate all the support, man. Appreciate all the support all the way from the beginning, man. About 4,000 miles according to Airbus for the 300-605R. So there you go, 4,000 miles. That's up there. 4,000 miles. I tell you what, that's longer than I want to fly. Charlotte currently landing north, 030 at 6 with 3 miles viz. Thank you, Aviator. Yeah, it was a great shirt. It was it the 302? I voted for going south. I live in England, so I see enough drab, wet weather out of my windows. Jeremy, yes, the missile A300. That was a DHL, I believe. I believe that was a DHL contract. Yeah. All right. I think. Oh, we're 27.8. Let me come over here and. External engines, so system sound. I'm going to bring you back up. Ambient. That sounds good. Now I'm just trying to see which each slider does. If I turn environment pretty much off, it's still kind of loud right there. I'm trying to see what each slider does. I think the 50% is pretty good. 50% across the board there. External engines are down, interior engines are up. Manipulators and passengers and cargo, 50%. Cool. 27.8 for 350. Let's take a look here. Make sure we do have... let's go to prog page. Max 37, cruise 35. Excellent. I know we're going to Charlotte. Love the McDo box here. Excellent old school CRT McDo. Same as a 310. Eagle 1 in the house. Good to see you. Merry Christmas, V1. What up, XP? Hey, Dougal. Eagle 1. Good to see you. Welcome. Big Sierra gifted 5 more memberships. Big Sierra, appreciate the support, man. If you pick up a membership from Big Sierra, make sure you say thank you. Thank you for the support. Capped Shack Oatmeal. Shack, hope you had a wonderful Christmas, my man. What about a cool place like Providenciales in the Caicos? Ooh, Shack Oatmeal wants to go party in the Caicos. Oh, that's a pretty good idea, Shack. We might have to do that. Excellent, excellent. Captain Tango dropping 10 memberships to the channel. Captain Tango, very kind. Thank you for that. If you pick up a membership from Captain Tango, make sure you say thank you. I've had the alert box paused here because it's been a little bit crazy there getting off the gate. But Captain Tango, I appreciate you. Thank you for adding to the channel, adding members to Team Green, making V1 Nation the best nation. Look at that. Gotta love it. Shaq, I know you weren't talking to me, but you said you got the girls' bikes. It's funny, I got the girls' bikes as well. And it's been pretty much raining since Christmas, since yesterday, so we haven't been able to go outside and use them, but they were excited, man. I still remember the Christmas where I got my first bike. You see the Lear 35 Sack? I did. I'm going to look into that. I would love a good Lear. I would absolutely love a good Lear jet. I mean, we are definitely flying up to where the weather is not going to be awesome. Hello, V1 350. Good to see you, man. Welcome. I can really hear the wind blowing out here today. All right, 32.1. We're almost to 35. We'll let it level off here. It seems pretty smooth. So let's go ahead and turn off the seatbelt sign. Seatbelt sign is coming off. Everything looks good. Our fuel tanks are burning equally. Cabin pressurized. That's good. It's always a good thing to happen. TAT in icing range. We know that. Excellent, excellent. All right. Almost the top of climb. That's when we'll do our full cabin tour. We'll do a full cabin tour. We'll do an EFB. Try to find a good window here. There's a good. That looks real with the clouds down there. Man, clouds would be looking awesome right now too. Cabin tour is coming, Juan. We got a nice little cruise. We're gonna do a full cabin tour. We'll do an EFB full tour. So we'll be good. I know Captain Canada's doing a freight ops today, so you can see the freight cabin, and then we'll see the passenger cabin here too once we get to cruise. Maybe we can test out the Autoland. I know, Zach, I was kind of thinking that too. I kind of want to test the Autoland. A little smash and go. According to VAL website, the only south route out of Miami is TJSJ. I don't have a problem going to what? San Juan? We go to San Juan. Dougal, I know. Time is flying by, man. Just absolutely ripping. Sounded like a Recce Freedom kicking off in my house. Oh, shit. The proportions of the A300 look better than the 310, just the right a bit of long. Yeah, that's what she said. But no, I agree with you, Harris. It's a little bit, it's not as stubby, you know? Now, I do have a soft spot for the short Airbus. I love the 319, I really do. But the 300, I would agree, the proportions look just like they fit right, you know? Autoland and a go-around? Perhaps. What's cruise do, sir, when we level off? We're just about to level off. A310 is a flying submarine, pretty much. Had Skylar on our M1 clearing the way and a few squads behind the twins. Big booms, oh man. I remember flying on one of these from Boston to London. I can still feel that rotate, oh yeah. All right, here she comes, 400 feet to level off. We'll zoom that out. Do we need airports on? No, too many airports. We don't need that. We'll just leave that out. 35,000 feet. And we're in auto, so you can see here our panel went to cruise. Now, I believe this stays up, right? There's no off. It's just up and down, but there is that weird little detent there. So cruise limit, 100.6%. Everything's rolling back. Man, this, look at that. These gauges, I love round gauges. I love them. I absolutely love round gauges. I know there's a lot of glass cockpit fans in the channel, but something about round gauges. All right, I'll tell you what, before the cabin tour, let's do a full EFB look. Let's just make sure everything is set up here. It is. So let's just kind of start back where we were here from the beginning of the EFB. Let's kind of browse through the features in the EFB. How do I buy the mini FCU, Jason? It's not available for purchase just yet. It was only for the backers. They'll have their store up shortly in the new year. Oh, it does have an off. Okay, so I do need to put it off. Now, I think, though... Oops, why did I just reset my camera? Perfect. There we go. Good. I thought for a second I would have to unbind my switch, but no. All right. Gear handle off position, or else you won't be able to select auto brakes, right? All right. Gear handle off. Remember, we're still being... we're back in 1930. So gear handle off position, because up and down don't make sense. We just need to turn it off. All right. You've kind of seen the My Flight page here. Let me, ooh, a little bit of bleed through to that switch there. So the My Flight, Miami to Charlotte, you get the METARs. Matter of fact, we can refresh it right now. Charlotte currently 03010, 3 miles, heavy rain. We're gonna have to see how these wipers work on this 300. Scattered, broken, overcast. Lightning distant? Man, what's going on in Charlotte today? I thought it was wintertime. Lightning distant. It's little, no, not time for this. Departure time, air time. Checklist import from Simbri. If you saw that, you saw me run the checklist. That's how I pretty much keep this page. I keep it on the checklist page here. So after takeoff, altimeters. I never did reset the altimeter. I'm going to do that right now. Magic barrel ref key reset. Hopefully the airplane doesn't freak out. Signs are set. That's the approach. So good. Back to the main page here. Ground equipment. This is where you control all your doors. As you saw from the gate there, it looked like GSX didn't want to toggle the jetway, but I was able to toggle it with this tablet here. So I don't know if I can find a little workaround for that. Maybe it's just something I did wrong. But you've got your chocks. We use those at the maintenance hangar. The ground power, we use that at the maintenance hangar. Toggle luggage and fuel. That's pretty cool. I didn't mess with those yet. We'll have to look at that maybe on a future stream. We used the built-in pushback, so maybe you're not a GSX fan, or maybe you don't have any pushback add-ons. You can do your own pushback here. We use that from the hangar as well. Cabin lighting, you can control the lighting. I think I just have it set where it was by default. If you don't have the arm doors in the auto, you have to do it manually. This is where you would arm them manually, I believe. So, is this technically everything disarmed? There we go. Doors and windows, closed and armed. RIP. That's why you do checklists. So everything's armed. Make sure you arm your doors. Weight and balance. You saw me use this. Import from update from SimBrief. Apply it to the aircraft. You're good to go. V1, if you do another leg, please check your manager. There should be an update. I put the route for this leg. SB gave to me and copied active into secondary, and it didn't crash. So, oh, and on an update, INI manager? Cool. Okay, iniBuilds, I will check it out. I would love to do a second leg this evening. I'm going to check the status of the building and see what kind of construction or if there is any going on today. They may not be doing anything today, so I'll power through. I'll go get another coffee, and we'll do a VAL stream this evening, maybe around 3 or 4 o'clock. Who knows? Well, it depends on when this one ends, but put it this way. If there's nobody in the building making noise, we're going to do another flight tonight. So, weight and balance, good deal. We'll go back to the main page here. Performance, you saw this in real time. I just want to take a quick moment to just say thank you for allowing syncing conditions. I know there's several other add-ons allow for syncing, but I know there's some add-ons that you have to actually put these into manually. INI's always had pretty much a sync, the sync, which is nice. Or I think even on the 310, you have to you do double clicking. This just makes it so easy. You just hit sync, boom, loads everything, and you calculate it. You can do your Toga, anti-ice, air conditioning, and your flap setting with your weight. Make sure your weight does match so you get the proper numbers. Toga, we were 59, 59, 63. You can see our trim setting. That's your THS. If you're wondering where do I set my trim, 0.6 up. You can look at the flight control page, make sure it's set accordingly, or you can look at the McDo, right, and it'll tell you. So pretty good there. We got to see that happen live. Aircraft maintenance, still probably one of my favorite parts of this airplane. Because we see maintenance and stuff happen more frequently, I think, on GA aircraft. Think TBM 850, think any of the black square stuff where you have tracking of all these little components and stuff. But not very frequently do you see it on airliners. Now, I know on the Phoenix it allows for failures to randomly generate at a certain time, right, which is kind of cool. PMDG, I believe it uses last oil reset. There's a few features in the PMDG that allow that. But it's simple, straightforward, and it gives you the main functions. So you've got replace tires, replace brakes, service the APU. You've got your engine oil component state for engines and APU and hydraulics. Now, I wonder if this bleeds off over time after use. I'm not quite sure how this factors, or maybe if you do something incorrectly. I'm not sure where this would wear down or how long it takes to wear down. But hydraulics do go down over time. I see it all the time on the logbook. I've had to write it up a couple times. Hey, green hydraulic reservoir below limit, so let's go ahead and reset or get it topped off from maintenance. So hydraulics, even with no massive failure, or any failure for that matter, does bleed off, leak out, diminish over time, so you have to keep an eye on it. Reset emergency slides. This is kind of cool. Maybe we have to figure out how to do an emergency evacuation. So I guess if you blow slides, you can reset them from this panel here. And you saw these. The detail, I love it. I absolutely love it. Even though you're not going to be out there in cruise looking at the FADEC or the wiring in your engine cowlings, I love the fact that it's there. It just adds that extra layer of immersion to the airplane. So this is where you would open all your cowlings and stuff if you want to simulate maintenance like we did at the start of today's stream. So pretty cool. pretty cool. So we'll get off that page there. We'll continue on. That was aircraft. Navigraph, we're going to skip that. You guys know what Navigraph is. Settings, let's start on page 1 of the settings. Your third-party stuff, got my sim brief. I got my Hoppy log on. Well, I don't have it, but this says coming soon. When it will have Hoppy, if you want to use ACARS, you'll have that coming soon. Aircraft settings. So IRS align time. This is all. We're not going to go over every single one. You pretty much know it. I'm going to hit the highlights. So I have mine on real. Rudder controls tiller. I selected no. So if you don't have a tiller, you're probably going to want to put yes, because you won't be able to turn the nose as far as it's supposed to turn. So in real life, everything is controlled by the tiller on the ground. Well, 99% of the taxiing, unless you're going straight, and you can use the rudder pedals because it gives you a couple degrees either side of center. But when you're making turns 90 degrees, you're going to want the tiller. If you don't have a tiller, then just keep it off. You could do it with your rudder pedals. But I'd like to see that become more and more common now with add-ons, because before we never really had any tiller support. Honestly, I don't think it was really a thing. But now that there's a couple different options for tillers out there, I like having that by default. Thrust reduction, I think it's... Should I have it at 1,000 or 1,500? I have it at 1,500 default. Might be 1,000 is where it's supposed to be. This might be a different... might be Europe. I think it's 1,000. Oh, no, it's 1,500 and 1,000 engine out, so we're good. Auto tiller disconnect. This I'm not sure what this does. I just have it on yes. So if any builds can chime in. I'm not sure what the auto tiller disconnect feature is for. Link instruments. I have Captain FO, brake temp reset. So if you pull a 250-hour pilot move and you smoke the brakes on a 10,000-foot runway when you didn't need to, and now your brakes are too hot, you can come in here and reset the brakes and cheat. But if you do everything properly, there's really no need to get hot brakes. You know, everyone makes a big deal about hot brakes in the Airbus, even on the narrow body. But just, you know, use the reverse as required. Let it roll out a little bit. You don't need to, even if you do idle reverse, stay off the brakes, let it slow down, hit the brakes at about 100 knots. You're not going to have any brake temp issues. EFB settings, we got freedom units. This should be an HG, right? Flip that over. HG on-screen keyboard, I have that enabled in case you need to type some information in. Every plane should allow you to open the engines in different panels. I agree, Chris. I agree. Flight engineer has to get out on the plane during cruise to manually tune the FADEC. There's manual gear extension too. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Leonardo 80. Oh yes, the 80 has wear and tear. Yep, sure does. Maintenance mode. Mine is set to fast. Disabled if you don't want to deal with it. Realistic. It's going to take a long period of time for things to start wearing down. Fast if you want to experience maintenance of the plane sooner. Option will speed up the wear and tear. So fueling speed is increased. Okay, so that also increases fueling speed. Cockpit settings. This is what Jeremy wanted to know. What is this? IDC coming soon. The IDC is a modern retrofit pedestal which will contain RMP units, allowing for modern radios via a screen. Oh, I think we have the ACARS CPDLC functionality. You'll be able to toggle this option from within the simulator for classic modern operations. Cool. So I know there's a new radio panel in the Airbus, the ones that I fly. I wonder if this is the same thing or just a different version for the 300. Cool. So that looks like it'll be coming soon. Awesome. Real autopilot disconnect. If enabled, it will disconnect the autopilot. VLS minus 10 knots. If disabled, it will not do this. I would have this on either way, because if you're stalling the airplane, turn the autopilot off. This will allow the autopilot to disengage automatically, instead of having it off where it'll just fly it into a stall. Let's see, we got the real door arming. We have modeled realistic door arming. If enabled, it will arm the doors automatically for departure during engine start. If disabled, you need to arm them manually yourself via the EFB. So I had it on. I wonder why they did not arm. Maybe that's on me. Maybe I did something wrong, or maybe did I disarm them? I'll tell you what. Let's come over here. Let's pull up the doors page. I feel like everything should be green. Are my doors disarmed now? Did we do something backwards? I feel like I did something backwards. iniBuild says the IDC panel is a Collins IDC 900. I think the exact unit. The unit was put into the Beluga to test CPDLC in Europe. Well, that's cool. Let me do a quick Google search. What is the IDC 900? Oh. Okay. So it's a... Okay, that makes sense. Yeah, it's different than what the new radio panels are, but still, a modern retrofit. That's pretty cool. Depressurization in 1098. That's very cool. All right, so IDC, can't wait for that. Curved ND tracks, we talked about that, and your volumes. Cool. Those are all your settings. Throttle calibration. All right, for those that have the TCA Airbus pack, this is going to be a big one for you because it has reverse on same axis. You can go ahead and allow that and bind it. Makes it very simple. Right now I'm using the Bravo throttle quadrant. I think I'm going to set up my Throttletek. Well, I normally run it with the Throttletek Flightbox and then use my Bravo throttles because the real A300 does not have detents. So maybe I'll use my Boeing throttle levers for this, get a little bit more range in the future. But right now I'm using my Honeycomb Bravo. Very easy to toggle. You set Toga, idle, done. If you have a reverser on the same axis, like on the TCA or any Throttletek stuff, then you're going to want to turn that on and bind the detents accordingly. This is going to be huge for the TCA users out there. I know there's a lot of them. Also, make sure you don't have any curves in your Microsoft settings menu. Sometimes when you load up a new airplane or you're starting a new profile, it will put in these weird curves in your throttle axes. You don't want that. Make sure your Microsoft settings, throttle, sensitivities are all linear, and then bind it appropriately here in the EFB. All right. Right before we get to Folly blocks, Team Vodka decided to spread the Christmas cheer and drop another massive 20 gifted subs to the channel. Team Vodka, my man, appreciate you. That is very kind. That is a massive donation to the channel. Oh, look, here we go. This turn is dedicated to Team Vodka, right on time. There's nothing like turns in external view in Microsoft. This turn is dedicated to Team Vodka for gifting the love of 20 more members to the channel. Very kind. Thank you, sir. Hope you had a wonderful Christmas. Happy New Year. And I'm sure we'll be talking to each other here soon. Appreciate all the support, man. And Team Vodka, you made an appearance in my shorts video. I don't know if you saw that in the last one I posted. So go right over to that. But thank you. I appreciate you, Team Vodka. And if you pick up a membership for him, make sure you say thank you. Team Vodka have been a long-term supporter from the channel as well. All right. I'm going to need someone to explain what Folly Blocks is. Click the input box to enable controls. Aircraft control disabled when inputting. Wait, what? W, A, S, and D. Oh, those are keys. Okay, here we go. Try not to be a boomer on this. Oh. Oh, okay. Oh, shoot. There we go. Oh, I can't move it anymore. Rip. I am not good at this game. Whoa. Alright, I need to move you. I need you to flip. Can I flip you? I can't flip you. Rip. Never seen Tetris. No, I have. Uh-oh. What happened? Yeah, I'm not good at this. Oh no. Oh no. Rip. We got problems, chat. How did the crew fly 120 minutes past? Yeah, this is exactly how you overfly your destination. I will say, if you are on VATSIM for the first time, do not play Folly Blocks in your aircraft because you're going to overfly your destination. You're going to miss your TOD. Oh boy, I need 2 to go down though. Oh, this is not good. This is not good, chat. Yeah, I'm screwed. Schedule bidding. Yeah, I don't know. I'm gonna have to just put you over here. I can put you right here. I don't always play volley blocks. I'd like to do it with 600 people watching me. No pressure. I don't know how I can. I don't think I can fill that one, right? So I'm done. I'm basically donezo. That's. Ah. Yep. Rip. Well, we know what V1 is not good at now. Yeah, for sure. I am not good. But if you want to cross the pond, oh, that was dumb. If you're doing cross the pond, and there's nobody on, maybe you can. Can I rotate it after? Nope. Yep, I suck. Oh wow, this is too. Look, this is just my warm up. All right, I'm gonna get better. We'll do a long haul, and I'll get better. See, you can't. I thought I could like sneak it under there. Oh well, rip. I quit. I quit. There's Flightbox. Okay, you saw it. You can do better than me. Let's go back to Charlotte charts. Let's get those up. Imagine playing Tetris for 15 hours between Sydney and LA. Oh my goodness. All right. My head hurts watching this. My head hurts playing that, so you're not alone, my friend. You're not alone. I'm going to pull up Charlotte Airport. So you see here, airport info. Cool. That's going to go there for now. We're going to go back. We'll go back to my flight. Checklist is set. We're going to do a cabin tour. We're going to do a cabin tour in about 2 minutes. I'm going to use the lab real quick. And cabin tour. So, have my tactical flip-flops on. Right? Got to uninstall those. I'm going to use the lab. Enjoy some external shots here real quick. It's only going to take 2 minutes, not even. I'm just going to run over there and do some stuff. I'll throw on a few tunes here. Why not? We'll turn the sim down. And then we're doing a full-blown cabin tour when we come back. And I'm going to tell you something. The cabin never ceases to amaze me. All the way back from X-Plane 11, the cabin in X-Plane 11 on the A300 was game-changing. Best cabin that hit the sim. Now, we've got some good cabins in Microsoft, there's no doubt. It is a high bar. But there's no slouch in this cabin. I'm going to leave you on that view because that view is awesome. I'll be right back. I just missed it though. Aviator Nick, thank you for the $10 or the 10 gifted memberships to the channel. Aviator Nick, appreciate the support. Very, very kind of you. If you pick up a membership from Aviator Nick, make sure you say thank you. Thank you, appreciate it, Aviator Nick. We'll see you here in a little bit. All right. Oh, Laura's here. Hey, you don't want to bring me Zycam and a coffee, do you? If you're still here, Lo? I'm going to text you right now because you probably left. Or is this probably nap time? Man, this song's kind of a vibe. You guys vibing with the song? This almost is like, this is almost A300 vibe song right here. A300 anthem? All right. Let's let it finish out. Oh, love that. Let's let this song finish and then we'll go right into a cabin tour. Vivo, my son is dancing to your music. Well, this one's not mine. This is courtesy of Epidemic Sound Studios. But I'm liking it. We've got the 747 anthem. We have the possibly A300 anthem right now. I think this is the A300 anthem. Max Strength, good to see you. Welcome. All right. Perfect timing. That was a good song. I'm going to actually put a note on that one. We're going to save that. We're going to like that song. I think that just nominated itself for A300 anthem. All right. How's performance in the sim with the A300? Myrtle face, for me, it's right about the same as my A310, a little bit better. But I know there's some issues for some people with the A310. Personally, I don't have any. Of my last, when I was checking, I was flipping between airplanes at the gate in Miami and Charlotte. I was getting about 34 FPS on average in the 310. In the 300, I'm getting about 34 to 37. After engine start in the 310, my frames tend to drop about 3 to 5 on average. After engine start on the 300, I didn't notice any performance drop, and that was just solely off of running dev mode show FPS. I am main thread limited on my CPU, so that's my big bottleneck. But I haven't noticed any. It's not like super hard on frames. Like when the Phoenix first came out, that was definitely very difficult on frames. It's since been improved. I'd put this sucker right between Phoenix and PMDG. I think PMDG still holds the bar for being the most optimized. Now, are my doors disarmed? Should they be green? I feel like they should be green. Did I disarm them all? I think I disarmed them all. Miami South route, EAL or Montego Bay? Oh, Eastern, man. So I'll have to check the liveries for the pre-release content. I didn't look at all the liveries. I saw a lot of cargo liveries in there. I'm not sure. I know iniBuild said they're going to be releasing livery packs, so maybe as more liveries come out, they'll be releasing them. But I'll tell you what, even if we had another livery, short of an Eastern all brushed aluminum, the brushed aluminum A300's got to be probably my favorite. I absolutely love it. Jeremy, what did I get for Christmas? We did gifts for the girls this year. Girls and our son. The wife and I agreed not to do any gifts. Just because it was like we had a lot going on. So we agreed to no gifts and just do it for the kids. All right. But my gift is, I have a wonderful wife at home, takes care of the family, runs the ship. She is the captain of the ship, the PIC. Because without her, I wouldn't be able to do what I do, especially real-world flying or real-world flying combined with streaming. So it's a lot of time away from home, and she handles it very, very well. All right, so as you can see, the cockpit, absolutely fantastic. Jump seat, circuit breakers. Ooh, we got some extra knobs and stuff over here. What's all this? Ooh, cargo deck situation. APU events counter? Is this starts? Is this 2 APU starts? No. Does this actually move? That's crazy. So the mechanic was definitely up here doing some stuff with the APU panel. All right, let's go ahead and open it up. Into the cabin we shall go. Now I need to raise my, there we go, that's about as high as I can go in my view for some reason. We got our forward galley here, gotta absolutely love it. Into the first class cabin with your little reading lights. Man. Very good. Love the cabin, love the texturing, love the windows. Oh, here we go. Gotta come down a little bit. That's a shot right there. Oh, I can almost see the engine out there. Cabin is very clean, like iniBuilds has always produced. They've always produced very clean, very good cabins. Now I do run into these invisible walls sometimes. I just gotta kind of, what am I stuck on? Okay, we'll go around. The counter and hours go up according to INI. That is awesome. All right, you can hear the sounds changing. Here we are in the awkward flight attendant position where she's staring right at this person here. I think the seatbelt signs actually work. Yeah, I think they do too. The seatbelt signs are off right now though, so they should not be illuminated. Here is your, I guess, mid-galley. So we've got a lovely 2-4-2 configuration. Definitely longer than the 310. You can really feel the difference in the 310. Love the PSUs up there, passenger service units. Got the old school runout. We'll have to turn on the signs and see if this changes. But man, the buttons, even the buttons are 3D right there. I feel like I can click them. Now, I always have I have a slightly different take on cabins. You know, I know some people love the most detailed functional cabin as possible. Like one that comes to mind is the Fokker F-28. Very functional. You can move bins up and down. You've got all the features. I like cabins that are not going to cost me frames. So as long as you can make a cabin look good and not make it be a super heavy impact on frames, that's where I'm at. I'll take a little less realism in the cabin because I spend 99% of the time up front or on the wing view. So you can see here the floor panel comes up and we hit a little wall. But this cabin is very nice, great frames in here. You've got the A300 600 for your safety. Is that German? Für your Sicherheit. Is that how you say safety in German? Probably. Door is disarmed. Okay, so it is disarmed. Oh, there we go. That is a sweet view. I love the windows. The best part about having the like a cabin for me is having a window view that looks good. So you know we were plagued with terrible cabin window frames in X-Plane 11. Ooh, roll spoilers going out. Which kind of ruined the immersion. So it's like, well, I don't want to be behind the glass because it just looks so bad. So you always bind your wing views to be outside of the cabin. I honestly think they were the first development team to make a cabin in X-Plane 11 just look phenomenal, where you could very easily sit on the inside of the cabin wall and have the cabin window there and it not be over dramatic or just look low res and low poly. So the cabin is absolutely, this is what I look for in the cabin view. You know, you can have PSUs and all that, but this is the part I look for. What does the glass look like, and how is the frame in the window? Because that's where you're going to take juicy screenshots. That's where you're going to spend some of your window time, right there. So that's what I love. Looks like they got a big flat screen TV up here, or is this not? This might not be. Yeah, it's a flat screen TV. Looks like it's off. No in-flight movie today. We need to do VHS. That looks awesome. Good glass and frames is about all I need. That's what I'm looking for, Bosco. No ashtrays unsubbing. Sorry, AJ. Is the 310 procedure similar to 300? Yes, very similar. A350 smooth. It's very similar. Did it feel noticeably different to hand fly? Name howitzer. So I will say that this airplane, it hand flies very good. If you remember the last 310 stream I did, like last week, 2 weeks ago, I was genuinely impressed and surprised by the hand flying flight model. And this, you know, everyone likes to compare X-Plane and Microsoft. Oh, flight model and X-Plane, flight model and X-Plane. There are developers out there that are getting it now with flight models in Microsoft. Take a look at the PMDG 737 hand flies wonderfully. And I'm not going to include the Phoenix because that's fly-by-wire. But, I mean, you could throw the Phoenix in there too. But when I'm talking hand flying, I mean physical, no fly-by-wire. You're moving the control surfaces with your yoke. The iniBuilds 310 and this airplane, the 300, they fly very similar to me. I think the 310 is a little bit more sporty just because it's smaller. But when you rotate this aircraft, you got that nice smooth deadband. It almost feels like there's a deadband in there. And I'm running pretty much linear curves. I'll take a look at it. If you guys remind me on the ground, we'll take a look at the settings. But I don't have any crazy curvatures or anything like that. But you can really, it feels like you can feel kind of the momentum of the aircraft, which is really, really good. It hand flies wonderfully. The one thing I will note, though, and I'm going to test this, I didn't really have a chance to test it. I don't think I did it on departure. But in the last version of pre-release A300, I felt the trim was too effective. Almost like if I just tapped the trim, it was like almost a quick pitch down or quick pitch up. I don't know if they've tweaked that at all. I don't remember messing with the trim on departure. So, I mean, I guess that's a good thing because I probably did. But we'll have to do some hand flying on this ILS maybe if it's not Cat 3. And we'll see what the trim does. But that was the one thing I wanted to note. I don't know if that's realistic behavior. If trim does move very, very fast. I know Flight Deck to Sim has been saying that the PMDG 7.3 trim is not as effective as the real airplane because you have to press and hold the trim much longer than you would in real life. This one, I noticed, man, you just touch that trim, boom, boom, it's effective and it moves. So I'll have to double check with iniBuilds on that, and we'll also have to double check with the on approach. See how we're doing. Now we have a lot of centers online. Let me just make sure over here there's nothing that we're going to fly into. No, we're looking good. Atlanta's on. Man, we should have diverted to Atlanta. So I will say again, just to reiterate, the hand flying characteristics is really, really good. Are really, really good. And we're going to double check the trim speed. So we'll double check the trim speed, but that view looks awesome. I almost want to save that as a wing view. Man. Juicy. All right, let's go ahead and make our way back up here. The door did show disarmed, Jeremy said. So let's go back up here and look at the door, and then we're going to rearm it via the EFB. So I think everything was right. Maybe I just read the EFB wrong because it said red had to be armed. Engine view? Yeah, we'll stop by the engine. Are we at the engine yet? Oh no, here we go. I love fat wings. Look at that. I know a lot of people don't like this view. I think I was on XP stream one time. I was like, oh, no one likes that view, XP. He had it like right here. And I'm like, dude, I love this view. I know you can't see down, but for a short period of time, being able to just see that big, thick wing out there, I love it. It feels like you're on a wide body. You can kind of hack your way through there. So if I can hack my way out there, get a no window view. There you go, kind of see it without the window texturing on it. But look, you can even see the multiple panes of glass here. So they've just done a fantastic job. That looks awesome. Man, that window has seen better days, hasn't it? That window has seen better days. Sweet. All right, let's stop at the engine view here, and then we're going to look at the doors. We're going to figure that out, and then we're probably going to have to start prepping for our arrival. So we'll do, here's the realistic engine view here. Can't really get much closer than that. There's realistic engine view. Go to this window. But I have my hacked engine views. All right, so door, armed, disarmed. It is in the disarmed position. It's definitely disarmed. We need to arm the doors. All right, so let's come back here. So they were armed properly. So what did I read? Emergency slides red. Armed, green, okay. maybe is it just me or did we lose this in translation here? We're going to arm all doors again. Can we arm them? Maybe I can't arm them now. Emergency slides, red dash armed / green disarm. How do I arm you? So they were armed appropriately. They were all green. They were all green. I don't know how to arm them. It is opposite on the EFB. In-flight deployment of slides. Yes, we already had one catastrophic failure, so we're not going to do it. Chaos says, I am confused. They are armed. No, they're actually disarmed, though. Yeah, so that's what I thought, Chaos. These were all green, and everything showed armed, both in the cabin and on here. This Is this armed or disarmed? The red icon means they are armed now. But shouldn't these be green then if they're armed? I think we need clarification. I read that as red equals armed, green equals disarmed. Ginar, that's how I read it. So Ginar, he's the commander. I read it exactly how he read it because when we took off, if you wind the stream back, everything was green. And I was like, oh, green equals disarmed. So then I clicked arm all doors, and now everything's red. Where's inibuilds? Someone ping inibuilds and be like, hey, we need clarification on the red armed, green disarmed. A little over-engineering of the door selection panels. Well, objective trade, if I'm good right now, but the doors in the cabin show disarmed, maybe they don't move? Okay, wait, so now it shows armed. Now it moved. So now we're armed. Okay. We're armed. Everything is armed now, even though it was showing disarmed earlier. Okay, so hold on. We're armed. We're all in agreement that we are armed. So I'm going to come back up here. I'm going to come back in here, and I'm just going to click this again. So nothing happens on the EFB. Let's see if something happens over here. No. Okay. Too much bourbon, Dougal. We're armed. It's showing red. I don't know what we did, but it's showing armed now, so we're good. We would definitely have an alert if they weren't armed on the ECAM. So we're good. But we also need to start prepping for our descent, I believe. Only 160 miles out. So click disarm and see what happens. No, we're not going to do it on this one here. I could click close all doors. We're just going to leave it. We're going to leave it. We're going back to Navigraph. Let's figure out what we're doing here. We have other important things we need to figure out. We're on the Stoker 3. So let's go arrivals. Let's go Stoker 3R nav. They're landing north though, so this is the wrong from Stoker 329. Still muted, Mike? Wow. Sorry, guys. Rip. I thought I unmuted it twice. All I was saying was that our 6,000 foot transition at Stoker's in the box for 3.6s. Now, we want to land 3.6 right. I think I have 3.6 left in there, so we're going to change this to 3.6 right. So I'm going to come back to arrivals, and we're going to approaches, and we're going to select ILS 3.6 right, and we're going to plan for the Cat 2 or Cat 3. ILS 3.6 right, Cat 2 and Cat 3 approach. 108.9 is what we're putting up here. 108.9. And I'll put you back into nav mode. Zoom it back out. All right, yep. 108.9, 003. 003 is set. Takeoff approach phase. We're going to do a 5-knot wind correction additive. That'll give us 136. We're doing a 30-40 landing. Nothing to put in the MDA box, but we're going to put the... I'll tell you what we're going to do. We're going to put 50-foot alert height for a Cat 3. So Cat 2 be 100 feet, but we're going to do well, we might hand fly it, right? If we hand fly it, we'll have to do Cat 2 mins, a rad out of 119. So let's put 119 here in the DH because I want to have it ready to go for a hand flown Cat 2, unless you want to see an auto land. So 119 will round up to 120. DH is set. We'll do that over here on the FO side. DH of 120. Viz is pretty low in Charlotte right now, though. So 120 is set. Both sides are profile descent. We got our nav radio set. We're looking good. Let's enjoy that view. Oh, baby. That is juicy right there. All right. We're about ready. Let's put a poll in chat. Auto land or hand-flown Cat 2? Here's a poll. Autoland Cat 3 or hand-flown Cat 2. Vote away. Wow. Well, we're going to get a good frame test because this is about the hardest weather situation you can put on your system. Is this high level, basically fog or mist cloud, and an entire overcast layer with heavy rain below us. So if you want to see perf issues, this is the weather to do it. Is there a weather radar? I mean, I know there is one. Does it work? Let me see if I can find it. Interpath coupling, panel, pedestal lights. AIDS event, I don't want to do that. Weather, system 1. Hey! Chat, look at this. We even have our, like, little XM weather. I love it. All right, profile descent is on. We're about to hit our TOD. Weather is on. Our speeds look like they resynced there. Down we go. When I fly in the soup, I make sure to bring both cats just for the approach. Can't fly a Cat 2, go around and do a Cat 3. We'll take a look at the viz. We'll see. If we're going to do a second stream today, I don't know if I want to go around. All right, so obviously you want to see hand-flown Cat 2s. Okay, I always thought I could just, you know, take the easy way out, but you guys in chat, you never let me take the easy way out, do you? I like how it saves your last page, too. So, you know, for instance, I go back, my flight checklist is up. All right, signs, briefing, ECAM, altimeters, minimums, ignition, landing elevation. So, signs are coming on. That was an auto. So somebody said something about the chime. I'll turn the signs on there. Now, real quick, look at this. We are between layers. Look at this. Oh, change runway. 36 right, thank you. Takeoff approach, flight plan. How does one... That's the mist. 36 right. I hope this doesn't mess up our descent. Did a little bit. Alright, let's go ahead and turn on some more lighting in here. That's all good. That's all the way up. So that lighting is set. We're going to get some juicy lights. Autopilot's off. What is that? I have control. Re-engage autopilot. We're heading. No, let's go nav. Profile descent. We're back and rearmed. We're catching back up. Must have had something funky there when I did that. Do we want a floodlight on? Nah, I think we'll save the floodlights for tonight. Brighten up that backlight though a little bit. All right, we're profile descent. We're looking good now though. We're looking good. We're back at it, Chad. Roscoe, good to see you, man. Welcome. We can't hand fly Cat 2. Autoland only. Must be op specs thing. You can't fly Cat 2s? It's either that or oh no, we're not going in that. Where are we going? Where are we going here? Where are we going? Oh, when I reloaded that star, man, it just screwed everything. Insert. I reloaded that star and it messed everything up. Yeah, we can hand fly. That's the only one we can do. Actually, no, we can do them with autopilot too, wingnut. But yeah, probably an op spec thing. We've got the op spec for hand flown Cat 2s. Yeah, I think it tried to restart the star. That might be a realistic thing because I remember the Airbus way back in the day did the same thing. The 320. So like if you reloaded the star, the guys were doing a 180 on the arrival because it reloaded the waypoint behind them. The airplane would start to turn around. But updates after that eventually got rid of that. So that might not necessarily be a bug. That might be a realistic behavior. We're gonna get a little speed brake though because we're a little bit high and fast. 21 is the bottom at flag, below 23. So we're going to be below 23. We're catching up to it. Speed brake out. DA is 120. Look at those. Look at that. Holy clouds. Are these clouds like... I feel like I made the clouds look better. I don't know if my clouds have ever looked so good. There hasn't been any updates. Yeah, actually, we need a little bit more speed brake. Let's keep it on. Does it auto retune? I'll double check. That's a good question. 1089. No, it hasn't changed. One more drag. Yeah, I know. We need it. Takeoff approach phase. +5, 136. We're not going to put anything in the MDA there. But we have 120, so we can move our little... there's a little buff. 150 right about there. A300 as your favorite spoiler look? Yeah. Oh, inibuilds is back in the chat. So inibuilds. The door page on the EFB, we've all determined, is very confusing. Nobody could decide which was armed and which was disarmed. But we figured it out. We got our doors armed. But, yeah, there was some discussion on that. Above 16, so we're on it, but we're still high on profile. But she's flying it. Nobody is a strong word. You're right, Chaos. There was several of us debating which meant armed and which meant disarmed. So... the way we read it was, where was that? Oh no, it was in ground equipment. So, emergency slides red is armed, green equals disarmed. So, is this armed or is this disarmed? Because I hit arm all doors and then everything turned red. That's where we... Does the arm lever... Oh, and that was the other question. Does the arm lever on the door actually move? I mean, it has to move because we saw it move, right? But we were just confused on that because I thought everything was fine, and then I hit arm all doors because it said it needed to be red, but then it showed disarmed. All right, approach signs, briefing, ECAM status, minimums, altimeters, hit magic barrel, ref key is set. There we go. We're 29er. Is it still 29er or 2? Oh yeah, because we're above 18.8, so we'll let it come down a little bit further. A little bit high, a little bit fast. Red is armed. Well, it was all, but green is armed. It just seems backwards. Red should be disarmed. No. All right, 2995 is set. We're out of the transition. There we go. We're catching up back to profile. Speed brakes are stowed. Let me get flight recorder ready. We'll mess with the doors again on the next flight or on the ground. I didn't want to blow. I didn't want to do in-flight slide deployments. Red means don't open the door. You'll pop the slide. Yeah, but red up here would mean that it's disarmed. It says in the EFB that red is armed. Let me go back. Arm all doors. Yeah, so they're armed. They're red. All right. We're fine. Checklist approach. We did that. And leaves us at landing. Gear, auto brake, anti-skid. We're going to go. I'll tell you what. Because we have to do an auto land, we will use. Well, if we were doing an auto land, we'd use auto brakes. But we're going to do manual landing, so we'll keep them off. All right, we're at a 16,000. We're on profile. Then did the auto feature not work for the doors? MK, so that might have been what happened then. Because, so what happened really is we looked at the slide page on the EFB and everything was green. And I hit arm all doors and they all turned red. But we had already taken off and we were in flight, so I thought they were armed because they were armed on the ECAM display. Maybe it just didn't talk to each other. Maybe something like that. I'm not sure. All right, 16 is a hard altitude here, so we're basically in Alt Star, and that would be the modern version of today. It would be Alt Star. Now, what? Weather hole. There we go. That's the view right there. Let me go back. That's the juice. It sounds good, man. I'm sure it was fine. I think I just messed it up, but it was just we started debating. We started debating. I'll check your messages after for sure. What was I gonna check though? I was gonna check something here. Give me 1 second. All right, we are back. Recording is ready. Out of 15 thou. It's actually doing a pretty good job on the profile. We're high, but it's leveled off where it should. We're below. It probably is going to level off at 12 again here. We'll see what it does. Oh, that's the shot though. I love that front engine view there. That cowling. This cowling is just so nice. And that little bit of brown in there is what makes it. I don't know if that's acoustic lining. I know that wouldn't be. I don't know what that is. But that little bit of brown in there, just juicy. Oh yeah, I already tried the folly blocks. It's funny, the first time I read that, I thought it was like some dev tool, and oh, they'll probably just remove that. I was like, what's Fally blocks? Oh, they'll probably remove that for the release version. I had no idea it was a Tetris. I always sucked at Tetris. This is going to be a pretty spicy approach, Chad. Let's do an updated, weather check, 12.5. Let me close that. Let's do a refresh of the METAR. Charlotte right now, 3 miles, light rain. A few at 4, broken at 43. Okay, so we should be fine. It looks like it's lightened up, actually. It looks like it's lightened up. For a second there, it was heavy rain. Let's make life easier for this approach. Let's do a American 357 descend and maintain at 6,000, maintain 250 knots. 6,250 knots, American 357. So we're going to vector ourselves off the arrival. I'm just going to hurry up and get down so we can spend more time making sure we're set up for the approach properly, since this is my first one. Why'd I arm you? Those are off. Let's go ahead and a little bit of speed breaker. Out of 11.8, close enough to 10. Let's get the lights on. We're doing a Cat 2 hand-flown approach, so we'll shut it off right about final approach fixed inbound. Gosh, I love this livery. Caleb, you suck at actual Tetris, but get me moving houses, I'll get packed in. Excellent. Yeah, the offset too on the pylons of the engine. Gosh, I love it, man. There's some flap view. Let's get some flappage in here for wingnut. A little more speed brake. You can even see, look at like the 3D model there of the hinge points. Like they're not flat. Love the wing. Love it. It just looks, I don't know how else to explain it. It looks less thin is really the only way I can describe it. Yeah, wingnut's all about the dirty flaps. That's why I want to get down. I want to get down slow and get the flaps out early so we can enjoy configuring the airplane early without having to worry about joining the ILS right away.
Traffic, next 1015 heavy, currently 21 miles out of Charlotte for the left runway 36 right.
Ooh. Charlotte trap. Whoop. No, sir. Charlotte traffic, American 357 heavy. We're out of 8,000, descending 6,000. We're about 40 miles south of the field. We're setting up for the ILS 36 right, Charlotte. All right, 7 for 6. Stow it. I like how they move at a slow rate. So like I just put my speed brake lever up and they didn't instantly retract. It kind of, you can feel, you can see that they're using science to retract them. You know, it's not just an instantaneous, kind of like you get on the default airplanes like the 7.8 or even the 7.4 that I love flying around. You get that super quick animation. Animation is much more smooth. Oh, we probably need some engine anti-ice. Yeah. Let's go ahead and go engine anti-ice on. Oh, look at the reflection of the strobe out there. Love it. Leveling 6,000. Can I turn off the cabin lights? I'm still learning my way around here. Cabin lighting. Can I go off? Make it darker in the cabin? Yes. That's what I wanted. So now we can go back into this view. We don't have the blaring cabin light. Sorry, I missed it. The weather radar standard is overboard. inibuilds someone managed to simulate it. No, Jarda, this is from what I think it's a standard weather radar, but it's the one that I'm okay with, the one that I like. We've talked about it at length on this channel before. Give me just something to look at, and I'm good with it. Because here's the thing: if someone could make a radar that actually looks at particulates in the sim, which I don't know how that's even possible, but if it was possible, looks looks like this might be. Looks like the water's on the inside of the frame here. You're not going to deviate anyway, so. I would much rather have a developer spend time on resources in other parts of the airplane than trying to simulate a weather radar when there's an available weather radar. So the one that we have, and there's other add-ons that add this too, where you get this like, you know, basically I guess you would call it an X-rad radar really. That's all I need. You can even see there's a red cell over there, so that would be a consideration for go-around. What's after gate? American 357, proceed direct to SICDU on the ILS 36 right. Proceed direct to SICDU, American 357 heavy. American 357, reduce speed 180 knots.
1015, Dynamite out, turning final ILS runway 36 right, trash line.
180 on the speed. Turn down that PFD brightness a little bit. ND brightness as well. Look at the lighting. Oh, we're going to have to do sunset evening flight tonight. Full effect of the lighting. All right, we're going direct to SICDU. We're at 6,000. SICDU is at or above 3,000. Let's go flaps 15, 15, and then we're going to descend. Slats are coming out nice and slow. Look how slow the slats move. That's cool. Send and maintain 3,000. Level change. Flaps to 15. Get a better window view here for wing nut. There you go. Oh, it's almost too dark. It's dark in these clouds. Dang, look how dark it is in here. This is some thick clouds. All right, no pressure. Make sure everything else is set up, ready to go here. American 357, you are 10 miles from SICDU. Maintain 3,000 or above till established. Cleared ILS 36 right approach. So we'll go land. We got glide slope blue, low blue. Alt is also blue because we're descending to 3. We're at a 5. We probably should pick up that descent a little bit here. That slowdown kind of hurt our descent. A little more flap it or a little more spoiler here. Help us get down to 3. Yeah, there's a lot of detail, John. Definitely a lot of detail. There's our increase in descent. The hum on the sound, like the cockpit sound, just the ambience. Like you can hear the combination of the humming from the engines, the avionics, the fans. Just really good. I feel like I'm in that Just Planes video, the A300. Oh yeah, we did enable ILS, thanks. Alright, about 800 feet to level off. Keep the speed brake out. Come on, baby, get on down. We're below the slope though, so we're looking good. Our VDEV shows off, but I think that got a little funky when we did our double star load. This is correct. This is our ILS. Man, the screens. I love it. We're gonna be flying this airplane significantly more. All right, 3,000. We're leveling. We're 180 knots. Our VREF speed is 135. And we're in the rain. We are 12 miles out. Charlotte traffic, American 357. We are 12-mile final runway 36 right, Charlotte. Now, I'm only leaving one autopilot engaged. That's why we have Cat 2. If I were to arm it up here with both autopilots, we should get a Cat 3. But we're going to do a Cat 2 hand flow, and I'll turn off the automation here in a little bit. I'm going to reset this view to back here. There you go. A little bit more aft.
Charlotte traffic, select 1015, make this is runway 36 right, taxiing
Glide
to
slope's
tower
alive.
entrance, traffic light.
Let's go ahead and reduce to 160. I'm configuring early because I'm a little bit scared because that's only my second approach ever on this airplane. I wonder if I can go one more notch of flaps without the gear horn, I hope. Let's see. That is awesome. Glide slope star, low star, gear down, speed brake armed. Charlotte traffic, American 357 just turned 8 mile, final 36 right. 135 we said. 135 is set, and we're going flaps 40-40 to land. Hear those thumps of the gear, oh my. Oh, this is awesome. No, we're gonna go no auto brake, AJ, because we're just gonna let it roll out. I'm hearing some thumps. That's the gear, right? That's not the compressor stall. Alright, final approach fix inbound. Autopilot's coming off. I have control. Tiller cam's on. I'm trying to remember where I bound my auto throttle disconnect. I kind of want to leave the auto throttle on. Let's leave the auto throttle on in case we have to punch out. Wow, we got a nice little crosswind here, or what? It is dark under this cloud. What is going on in Charlotte, man? This is what happens when you have like a 2-12 Panther football team. Just doom and gloom. Alright, let's go, man, what is binding was it? There we go. Auto thrust is off. I was trying to remember what binding it was. Because remember last time I hit the Toga button? I rebound that. So that worked properly. Gears down, flaps 40-40, indicating. Spoilers are armed. Charlotte traffic, American 357 short final, 3 miles, 36 right. Correction, 2 miles. The winds are swirling around a little bit now, more to the headwind.
700.
Oh, whoa, 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 wind. Power. There we go.
300.
A little bit low correcting. A lot of bit low correcting.
50, 40, 30, 20, 10, 5.
That was awful. Nope, that's not reversers. Reversers are not bound. Reversers are not bound correctly. Alright. Manual brakes.
Charlotte traffic, distance of 5 Alpha Tango, about 10 miles over with 3, 6 right.
Alright, so yeah, you gotta do the toggle thing here. We'll take it off here. We made it. Hey, it's a 300. It's supposed to be firm. I did that one just for Fly Navy. I lost all that speed at the end there, man. I lost it all last second. Alright, let's go ahead and clean you up. We'll come right over here to the gate. Hook down, check. What a crummy day here in Charlotte, huh? What was it, 400? Well, that's still less than an Avi landing. You're like 800 something. frozen butter.
Charlotte traffic, Lufthansa 5 Alpha Tango, just done final 8 miles, runway 36 right.
Oh, Charlotte ground is online. Oops, I never called ground. My bad. My bad. We're gonna leave it set for the replay. Tonight we'll do a full GSX load unload. What about there? Erp. Brakes are set. Was that a fire engine because of your landing? Do the wipers work? Yeah, about as effective as the real ones. About as effective as the real ones. Alright, let's take a look at that replay. Flaps are set. Charlotte ground is a phone number for me to call. I totally forgot. The firm landing threw me off. Let's see what happened here. Let's analyze that. Alright, we're off that sim. Let's go into replay mode. Let's see what happened here. I wonder if my view... I feel like my view might be looking down too much. I adjusted my default view. I thought we were going to be pretty close there in the flare, but man, it just sunk. Just sunk on me. Is it normal to arrive in the landing config? Only when you're hijacked. When did the Navy get A300s? Isn't there a... Oh no, that's a tanker 300, right? Fine, V1, I'll pick it up. Not because I want to, but because I have to beat that landing. There you go. See? Selling airplanes. Tex Johnson. What are you doing? Rolling 707. Selling airplanes. What are you doing 400 foot per minute landings? Selling airplanes. You flared and pulled the throttle when we heard 30? That seems pretty normal. Pull the throttle at 30 feet. Alright, we'll see what happened here. So the wind shifted from like a quartering tailwind to a nice little crosswind. Oh no, that looks awesome. Need a little bit more sound on the backside, I think. It's definitely not smooth out there. Oh, that's exactly. It was to avoid hydroplaning. Duh. That's why I did that, guys, to avoid hydroplaning. It all started right about here. Like it shifted and I got low, like you hear it? Yeah, it sunk out from under me. We got low. And then I felt I was floating, so I didn't really flare it anymore. A 400? Let's winch that back. Come on, come on. I normally don't care about hard landings, but that was a 4? Let me see that again. I don't know about that. I wanted to make sure the weight were on wheels, though. We had to punch through that. We had to punch through the that water layer on the runway there. Low, fast, flat, at the ramp, no grade. Jeez, that bad, huh? Definitely had an issue with my reversers. Couldn't get the binding right. Couldn't get the binding right on the reversers. I'll have to look at that too. iniBuild's throwing out shots. That's alright. That's alright. Hey, that just means there's room for improvement. We'll do better on the next one. We'll do better on the next one. Perfectly on center line. Exactly. All right. I'm having too much fun with this airplane. We're going to do another stream later today, so we won't spend too much time here on the replay, but lots of chaos. Okay, get out of here. It was a great test of the gear boogie animation. Yeah, the animation was great. You can see the struts compress. Let's watch it happen again. Let's watch the struts compress. Full strut compression in 3, 2, 1. Oh! Definitely strut compression. Hey. Either way, I still like this airplane. We're going to do a better one tonight. We're going to refire up American Airlines. We're going to be at VAAL. Hopefully we'll have a little bit better weather. We got to figure out where we're going to fly to. I'll have to look at on the VAAL flight map, see where we can go. Landing gear test pilot. That sounds good like that. I like that. I like that. Landing gear test. Shout out to inibuilds for the pre-release copy of the 300. We're going to be doing more flights in it this week. We're going to do another one this evening. That is the plan. Until then, though, enjoy the landing gear flight. And I'll see you guys here. No, maybe it'll be an hour or so. Yeah, we're going to do another stream this evening. So, Google, you have a good rest of your night. Yeah, it'll be late for you, my friend. We'll probably fire up the stream. I want to say around 5-ish o'clock, maybe 5:30 Eastern. So it'll be a late one all around, but I'm not done flying this airplane. We're going to do some more stuff. Maybe we do freight. Maybe we do VAL. I don't know. We'll see. Either way, inibuilds, thanks for being here. I'll DM you later about the doors. Until the next one, y'all stay safe, stay healthy. I'm V1. See ya. Hold on. You guys see this? Look at the reverser transition sleeve. Look at that. Look at the animation in the reverser sleeve. That is too cool. I forgot I was supposed to look at that. I'm gonna fix my binding on landing, but or fix my binding for reverser. But see, in the transition, the sleeve rolls back. Those flaps, for better words, scroll to the back, and that helps redirect that air forward. That is some serious juice. I think the only other time we've seen that model was on the Carta engine mod back on the X-Plane 11 days. So that is really awesome. Love to see that. Absolutely love it. All right, I'm done. I'm out of here. Oh, yeah. The takeoff recording. Hold on. Let's load it. That's going to take a minute. If you're still here. Let's just mute the sim for a second. I totally forgot about it. Fake Sia's in chat. Fake Sia's. AJ, 250-hour move. I forgot all about this. We have a takeoff replay. Let me get my thrust reversers stowed. Let me get everything reset. Tom's still here. Hey, this is the exclusive club. This is the exclusive club right here. Takeoff replay. Let's let it load in here. Everything's gonna come back to life. Asking a lot of the sim to do this. FSX days, this would be 100% guaranteed crash to desktop out of memory error. But where do we want to put it? I tell you what, let's put it on the engine view here with window. No, no window. Oh no, this one right here. We'll do this one. That is set. Everything else is set. Flaps are set. Everything should be good. So, what the hell? Let's see what happens. The true V1 supporters. Exactly, Aviator Nick. All right, now I don't know if I'm going to pause you for a little bit. Oh. Here we go. I didn't know if it was going to get the engines. I screwed it up. Hold on, I screwed it up. Sounds like something's wrong. Why are our engines spooling back down? Hold on. Houston, we have a problem. Hold on. I needed to, I keep loading it in too early. Dang it, here we go. Hold on. Everything's restabilized. Here it goes. Something with the auto throttle. It's like it won't dang it. It's not doing it. Yeah, auto throttle engaged, but some airplanes are different than others. Where like, golly, I'm gonna do it manually because it won't. All right, here we go. Everything's coming back down. Last try. Now she's buzzsaw. Yeah, there's something there there's something that's messing it up on the replay though. Rip. Oh well. That's cool though. How often do you see your takeoff replay though? Look at the gear door animation. We're already at acceleration altitude. I mean, that was a rocket launch. noise reduction in V2. Yeah. All right. Well, so for minus the sound on replay, we still got to see it. I might play with it a little bit and see if I can clean that up. Maybe with some of my bindings, I might be able to reset that. There we go. That seems to be humming pretty good right there. But all right, I gotta go. I'm gonna have to get the other stream ready to go because I'm just too happy. This airplane's freaking awesome. All right, I'm gonna update it. I got.